So Segura's like, all right, take a picture of yourself holding a piece of paper with your phone number on it, and then send it so people know it's you. And so I was like, okay. So I did it, and then Rogan goes, still don't believe it. Show me a picture of your dick. So I was like, all right. Dude, it looks like a Coke can. It is so fucking big.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. It's Feidelberg and Clancy. We've got Bert the Machine Kreischer on the show today. What are you laughing at?
I was going to say COVID.
We got COVID.
All right, quick update before we move forward. We all got tested and we do not have COVID, so it's funny. It's not irresponsible. All right, carry on. Also, I'm not crying. I was just sitting and the AC was in my eyes. And also, I'm just congested. I'm not crying.
I was going to interrupt you, but I didn't know if I could, so I got to let it go. It's out there now.
COVID, yeah. Matt McAfee just tweeted that he is positive for COVID after being fully vaxxed, and John was hugging Matt McAfee, and everyone was at SummerSlam. Everyone's kind of got a cough or some sniffles or not feeling well, got some aches, so we've got COVID. It's funny because it's true. Oh God, just somebody
I do
kill
respect
me.
how I was like, I'll go get tested right now, and you guys were all like,
Everyone said no.
Go down with the ship.
Well, it's too late.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, we've been together for 3
the
days.
COVID's out of the bag. You know what I mean? Like we are. This is a little petri dish in here.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about it, like the amount of shows that we do. The fact that we just had, like, no wonder we're always knocking shit over. We've got like 25 cameras and 3 ring lights and all this shit.
Yeah,
We're got like 10 different franchises operating out of this one room.
Every time I come in here, it's like a completely different room.
We rearrange it and everything. We use all the different walls. It's like this fucking place. We need more room. We need more bodies. We need more room. We've all got COVID.
Okay,
So, yeah, don't go.
Also, Bert Kreischer.
And Bert Kreischer's on the show.
He was Zoom. You're okay, Bert.
I kind of mentioned it to him. I didn't want to like suck his dick too much, but I think Bert Kreischer, if I had to do a draft, I think I would take him maybe number 1 overall. I think he is, just like comics, podcasters, entertainers.
I don't know why I asked for clarification. I knew exactly what you meant.
He always like asks the extra question. Like when you do a podcast, you can just have a conversation about something, or you can be like, all right, hypothetically speaking, if you were to be in that spot, what would you have done? And and he just like always goes that extra mile and like always has like there's a point in the interview where we thought we had to wrap it up, and he's like, no, fuck it, let's keep going. And then we just had like a whole other podcast.
45 minutes.
Yeah, we do like another additional interview.
I also, which would lead to believe the COVID stuff. I thought I was going to pass out that whole interview.
You were struggling. You were yawning and like you were doing.
I was hot and I was like sweaty.
Oh fuck! You got COVID.
and I was
got COVID.
I was like, I'm gonna pass out right now.
I definitely can't.
I thought for sure I was gonna pass out. Like I was like,
bro. Let me tell you something. If you ever think that you're gonna pass out during an interview, start holding your breath or something. Make it happen. Do you know how fucking funny that would be?
I was thinking, I was like, what is Bert gonna say when I pass out?
Yeah. Right, that would be amazing. And actually, oddly enough,
I've gotten better since. I might have beat COVID in the last 3 hours, but
oddly enough, because now we definitely have COVID. Did you hear the cough that Nick let out in the middle of the Bert interview?
No.
Bro, you had some cough from like the cockles of your heart. So you definitely have COVID
but
too.
No, it's dry coughs, which is what I have.
Yeah. But fuck, we got fuck.
This is gonna suck when I die from it. This fucking clip.
No, that'll be pretty good.
Yeah,
that'll be really good. If you're gonna die
Called
after
it,
doing
bitch.
But I already was having thoughts because Nick was like like that, and I was like, and I just quickly had a thought like, because Bert's a big deal for us, and I quickly had a thought: what if Nick just like toppled over? Would I just like spring into action, or would I be like, Jackie, go get that? Like, well, Bert, I'm talking to Bert here.
if it's Bert, leave me. Someone on that level, fucking leave me. Let me die. I'll be fine. Like,
That's what I thought. That's what I said. I was thinking to myself, Jackie will take care of it. I don't know.
Someone
I'd
will
get
be
up,
fine.
but I'd turn the camera.
Yeah, I'd be like, Bert, what do we do? Take a look.
Let him throw in something. That'd be great.
Yeah. Bert comments on producer's death or whatever. So I already was talking about him collapsing during the interview. And what if it was you? What if you were just like doing that? Like, there's a viral video where somebody just like, what is it? I can't remember it, but I mean, if you just had like a slow like, and it was just like, Bert, check it out. Oh man, we go so viral. Why don't we fake those things? Next time, do that.
I'm not good enough actor.
You could pull it off. You could pull off passing out. You know how to do that. Come on. All right, so Bert's on the show for like a good like hour and 20 minutes. So we'll keep it tight up here. We're gonna jump on the asshole and voicemails. First, want to rattle through a couple things going on in the world. Have you heard about the Nirvana kid?
I did hear about that little dick bitch.
What a fucking asshole this kid is.
Nah, I love it. Love this.
Just because it's like what, good old only in America? Like you can
you
sue
think
for
a
it.
Hail Mary lawsuit.
Yeah.
I mean, where's he wrong?
Calling it child porn is not child porn. Saying that he had lost wages from this, let me tell you the ways he's wrong. It's not child porn. He has never once had employment problems because of this.
No.
And probably does not have emotional trauma from it either. I think he's wrong entirely. But I'm with you on the sense of like good old frivolous lawsuit.
Yeah, let's
like good
throw
old
fucking
litigation
hand.
nation. Just
Look,
fucking
man.
throw it out there and try to make it stick.
This is America. This is the
Yeah,
land
yep.
where you can spill a hot coffee
Yep.
and you fucking win because
Yeah.
the coffee's hot.
Amen, brother.
This is the land where you fucking buy an RV and you put it in cruise control and you go take a nap in the back and that thing goes off the highway and you win a lawsuit.
No way. Really?
I know all because my dad's in insurance. So like I know
Cruise
like,
control, like they thought that meant you didn't have to be at the wheel.
yeah. These are the ones where like you fucking.
What about is the one burglar breaks into your house, falls through the roof, breaks his leg, you get sued, you lose? Is that true?
That one.
Is that an urban
wasn't-
legend?
That I forget that's an urban legend or not. And these, you know, he hasn't researched them. I don't think either. He's just things he talks about. I don't know about like breaking into someone's home. I have heard about breaking into someone's business, and then like you sue the business.
Love it.
I
Love
think
it.
it was like a gas station. or
Good
something like
old
that.
America.
I mean, like, look, bro,
He's
like-
suing. I think he's suing each member of the band for $150K. But Nick was telling me Nirvana only had 3 members, and Kurt Cobain is dead. So I think he's just suing a couple guys for like $300K. Like if I was Nirvana, I'd be like, I don't know, like here you fucking go. Like if Dave Grohl would be like, here you go, bro.
take it, dude. I don't give a shit.
But you can't.
Dave Grohl would probably be like, dude, all you have to do is ask me nicely.
Yeah.
Right. Take me to court.
Right.
Here's $150 grand. Shut the fuck up.
Apparently, I mean, this dude recreated the picture for the 25th anniversary. So
Oh, right,
you can't do
yeah.
that and then sue. And I
Wait,
and
he was in his underpants or something.
he
right?
was.
By the way,
because he's a
by the
pussy.
way, let's
He's a
talk-
pussy, by the way.
let-
If you're gonna do it, fucking do it.
Yeah, put
Go
that
dick out.
Which, speaking of,
Dick out.
Bert showed us his dick in this episode.
Yeah, he did.
Like, was that-
Yeah.
I mean,
well, it was
Photoshopped.
Photoshopped, but I think that was his
think it
dick
was his
Photoshop.
dick
Yes,
photoshopped,
yes.
yeah.
I was gonna ask him. I was gonna ask him to send it to me.
I think he made it fatter, but I don't think he made it longer.
I wanted him to text it to me. Part of me wants to say to him like, "Yo, man, can you text that to me so we can like put it in the edit?" But I just want to see it. Yeah, he definitely just showed us his cock.
Again,
Yeah.
it was just-
But I
that
mean,
was-
you know,
that was a full dick.
Bert once posted his fucking ball sack on the internet. Remember that? I mean, Bert's not afraid of showing off the goods. But the Nirvana kid, part of me, I guess, understands. Yeah, the idea of like snake it till you make it. Try to make money. Did you know the Nevermind album went triple diamond?
I don't even know what that means.
10 million. That's the 30 million records. 10 million is diamond. That went triple diamond.
What's the highest? Like, what's the highest?
Diamond is the highest that I know.
No,
of.
but like that, like
Oh, highest selling. I think Michael Jackson did like
Thriller.
100 or something like
Yeah.
that. You know, or that might have been like total though. Actually, somebody looked that up. Bro. Like single. What's the single highest album?
Thriller.
Thriller with
And
like
it says
40.
70 million.
70.
Yeah.
That's fucking bananas.
do it.
But that's also back in the time where you had to buy it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I wonder. Found out from Rude Boy yesterday that 1,500 streams equals one album purchase, which is like maybe, I don't know. That seems like an inexact science. You know what I mean? Like
for sure.
if I like 15. Actually, that seems like a lot though.
1,500 streams.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot.
Yeah, like, yeah, I have to listen to a song or I guess songs on an album 1,500 times before it counts as I purchased it. So that's what I mean. Like those numbers.
125 equals one song unit.
One
So-
song unit.
Yeah, so you have to stream a song 125 times for it to count as you listening to buying it once.
So then an album is like all 15 of those songs, so that seems like crazy to me. So I wonder what some of the Taylor is probably doing like Michael Jackson numbers and not really getting those numbers credited to her. I remember rap albums doing like 1 million in a week was like the big like Usher did like with Confessions. He did like 1 million in a week. It was like holy shit. He went platinum in fucking 1 week. Anyway, fuck the Nirvana kid. We also got OnlyFans. OnlyFans, I think I started out making fun of them, and I think I am now totally back on their side. I think OnlyFans pulled a good old-fashioned, fine, we'll do it your way, and let's see what fucking happens. Because from the jump, they blamed the banks. They flat out said, we're getting pressure from banks and our platform partners that we have to do this. And I think they were kind of like, you paint this into a corner. Fine, we'll do it. And when it all fell to shit, I think they were like, told you so.
Right.
Because now I think they get the credit of like, we tried, or the banks are like, fuck, we didn't prove them wrong. And they go back to what they were doing. It's like, they probably got more publicity than ever now. And I think you're an idiot if you like shut down your account already, you know? So like if people like lost, like they said that some porn stars are like, we're still going to look for our own platforms. Like, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're just not. You might do that in addition too, but you're not leaving OnlyFans.
It's like, yeah, I'm leaving YouTube and going to Vimeo.
Yeah, no, you're fucking not.
Wouldn't be a very good business.
That's like,
decision.
yeah, like I think Ninja tried to leave Twitch and like came right back. You know, it's like there are certain things you just can't do. But like, when are people going to learn, man? You can't go against the internet, and you can't go against sex, and then you can't go against sex on the internet. That's like,
together.
that's like, you know, Captain Planet when our powers combined. Like a bunch of sex workers just being like, no, wrong, and it was like, okay, never mind. Never fucking mind. Like,
I mean,
quick
if I
180.
wasn't gonna fuck with like one occupation, it's like
sex.
boxers and then sex.
Yes,
Like,
they
and I mean,
they
sex
hold the
workers,
keys
like,
to the castle.
Because they've been in strip clubs. That's how they kind of came up. Like that's the amateur circuit.
Uh-huh,
They can fucking scrap. They've been probably
They've been
assaulted
through
at
it
some
all,
point in their life.
and they're still relatively like there's not a replacement. Like OnlyFans, the banks of OnlyFans, these investors were betting on IG models. That's the store bought version. That's there's nothing you can replicate quite like a person who's willing to fuck on camera, because it's a pretty small number of people. So you got to cherish those people and you got to give them what they want, because they steer the ship, man.
I would bet I can beat up under 10% of the sex worker community.
And that, if you're under 10%, I'm under 1%. I'm at 0%. Like girls who have been
Bonnie
like,
Ryan would run my show.
which porn stars would you want to fight the least? Bonnie Ryan's way up there. Belladonna would fucking Belladonna feels no pain. Yeah. Belladonna's like Thanos. Like you could be like hitting her we could take that baseball bat out of her ass and hit her in the face with it, and she'd be like, whatever,
She'd
dude.
fucking squirt probably.
She'd come. Hit me in the face with a baseball bat and I'm coming. I'm not fighting Belladonna. I'm not fighting Christy. I'm not fighting Bonnie Rotten. I do not want to fight Adriana Chechik, because I feel like she's like a little like. I think she's tiny, but I feel like she's like a
They're
fireball.
all tiny. They're all real small. Even Phoenix
yeah.
Marie is really small.
Yeah.
We met her and it's like,
Yeah, Phoenix could run my shit.
you're fifth. You beat my ass.
Phoenix,
too.
I think, did pick me up. She did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She like swooped me off my feet like I was a bride. Phoenix would backbreak me, bro. Phoenix could absolutely dominate my ass, and I would let it happen. I think Adriana Chechik would be like a whirlwind. Like I wouldn't know what hit me. Like she's like a Mexican boxer. You know, my hair is pulled and like I'm getting like.
I feel like she'd fight you like Catwoman. Like she'd be up on your shoulders.
Yes,
legs wrapped
yes,
around your head,
exactly.
Fucking pulling your hair.
Right, she's doing like a hurricane rana, like flying all over the place. Yeah, there are some girls in the industry that are just not to be trifled with. Who do you think you could just beat the shit out of, though? I don't know if we can do that segment, can we?
I wasn't gonna answer.
Which female star do you think you can just uppercut? She's done. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to J.R. Smith, who is a college athlete. He's golfing in college now. How awesome is that?
Really?
That is.
So you don't lose your amateur status if you got paid for a different sport?
I think that's probably what it is.
no,
because
because was it Jeremy Bloom who's the Colorado skier? He's the Olympic skier, but also played football for Colorado, and he couldn't get paid in the Olympics by sponsors and then come back and play football. He's a wide receiver. I forget
Even though
exactly.
he couldn't get paid for skiing. And then
Jeremy Bloom.
Jeremy Bloom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it said? I think
yeah,
so.
no, you got it right. Yeah, I don't know what the rules are. I would think it's something like, you played pro basketball, so now you can't be an amateur basketball player. But now with these new rules too, it's like, I don't know, who fucking knows. But first of all, it's just awesome that Swish is out on the golf course. Like, he's like the last guy you would think of who's gonna like play by the rules and do the etiquette and everything. I hope he rolls up to the golf course with his shirt off, taking pulls off the henny, just bow. I hope he's full J.R. Smith on the golf course. But I think that's so, because he also was one of like the first guys to come out of high school, so he didn't go to college at all. And a lot of these guys go back to school to like get their degree and like they want to do it for their family or their mom or whatever. But what a great retirement plan if you're good at it, like a second sport. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna go back and play fucking, I don't know. Like golf is a great one, to be honest.
And
I'm
also
struggling to think of another.
I'm going back to college. I'm doing it for free because I'm also exceptional at another sport.
Exactly. Like I'm just ultra talented all over.
With the new rules, that's why you can do it.
Yeah, it's got to be something
to do with
NIT,
that. Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
NIT. Is it NIT?
NIL, the
Yeah,
individual
NIL
likeness. But like, God, he's still playing, right?
From basketball?
Yeah.
I think he's done.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think so. That's why he
Yeah.
went back to college.
He tried to get on the Lakers and they didn't want him.
Yeah. I just feel like it's like the new retirement plan is to go to college. How awesome would that be?
Yeah.
Just like, I'm gonna go to like Arizona State, pick up a secondary sport, just like whatever, and you're 38. So he's not like that crazy. You know what I mean? You're not like a fucking.
He's not 38, is he?
Got to be like. Not that old. You're not like a 50-year-old man.
I think he's younger.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, so it's like you're just kind of like hanging out with college co-eds. Oh, by the way, I got an update from Abella. She sent me a video just like her in class. She's just like sitting in the auditorium, and the teacher's like, "So if you turn to chapter 3 of the textbook, you'll see." I'm like, "This is fucking insanity." And I was like, "So did anybody recognize you?" And she was like, "Oh, LOL, tons of people." Like, yeah, no fucking kidding. But I was like, "Any guys hitting on you? Like, what's going on?" She's like, "They're trying, but she's like, I'm just like running these guys shit." She's like, she acts like, and we know this about her when it comes to ages. She acts like 25 is like the elder statesman. You know?
Right,
She's
right.
like, it's so nice being 25 and just like dominating these like little 18-year-olds. I'm like, you are the same fucking thing. What are you talking about? But yeah, back to school, man. That's the fucking blueprint right there. So let's get into our episode. It's brought to you by Helix Sleep. If you need to get better sleep, you got to get a better mattress. That's the way to do it, man. There's two things you have to address in order to get better sleep. One is like your crippling anxiety and depression and everything going on up here. And that's really hard to do. What's really easy to fix is the other thing is just get a better mattress. Get a Helix Sleep mattress. You'll sleep through the night because they create mattresses that fit you and the way that you sleep. You take a Helix Sleep quiz that takes just 2 minutes to complete, matches your body type, matches your sleep preferences, the way that you sleep, the style, the mattress that you want, the firmness, the softness, the size. Do you sleep on your side? Do you sleep on your back? Do you sleep on your stomach? Do you roll over? Do you move around? What time you go to bed? How you sleep? All of these different things get taken into account, and then they know that they can churn out a mattress for your unique style so that you have a mattress that fits you, not everybody else. You get soft, medium, or firm. You can do hot and cold depending on your temperature. And all sorts of different spine alignment mattresses. So go to helixsleep.com/KFC and you can get $200 off a custom mattress plus 2 free pillows, which is an unbelievable deal because the pillows are almost as expensive as the mattress. So helixsleep.com/KFC. Take the quiz, get a custom mattress made for you, a $200 discount, and 2 free pillows. So we all got COVID, right? I mean, that's pretty much the.
I'm not feeling good again, and it's probably in my head at this point.
It does feel hot in here.
Okay.
Did the temperature
that's what
change?
I feel really hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Nick take off his sweatshirt too. So I don't know. Whatever. I am hot. I'll tell you what else I'm hot about. Kacey Musgraves.
Oh, this bitch.
And here's the thing.
This bitch
I'm a
Kacey.
Kacey Musgraves fan.
Yeah.
So like almost like Dave Grohl in 150K. All you have
Just
to do is
ask me. Yeah.
Just say-
Well, you know what's funny?
It's the most obvious ripoff of all time.
So Kacey Musgraves is coming out with something called Sad Girl Fall, which I think specifically is like teardrops that you paste
like-
on your fucking face.
I guess so, something like that.
To be
Yeah.
honest, that product kind of sucks, but whatever. Girls like this shit. Sad Girl Fall. I'm not saying Kacey Musgraves stole it. I'm saying someone on Kacey Musgraves' team absolutely stole it.
Right, yeah.
Sad
I don't
Boy
think Kacey
Season.
Musgraves has been listening to
No,
Kacey Radio. and
no.
Follow me on Twitter.
But her like publicist has an intern who has a friend who likes Sad Boy Season, and
So, like, we got a great idea. We're going to put depressing music. Let's call it
'cause
Sad
then,
Girl Fall.
you know what happens is you're some intern and some record exec, A&R, whoever is like, all right, I need 10 ideas from everybody in the room right now. Intern, go.
Right.
And you go, sad girl, because I was just listening to Feidelberg. And they go, that's a great fucking idea. And next thing you know, that guy's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Too late now, you know.
Whatever, I'm not getting the blame for it.
Right.
Casey is.
Right. So I'm not even blaming them as it's like a blatant like theft, but it's a blatant theft. But it is funny though.
Like I've had people who like aren't even like fans of Barstool like text me being like,
Come on.
it is the most obvious.
Yes,
steal
ripoff of all time.
Like, it's
now,
just-
whenever we've had an instance, I remember specifically with this guy Matty Fun Times, who used to make Mike Francesa photoshops.
Yeah.
They were awesome photoshops, but he used to ruin them with his watermarks. So I would cut around the watermarks and post them, and he went nuts over that. And I was like, the funny thing is, if you just came to me and said like, yo, dude, those are actually my photoshops. If you don't like the watermark, maybe I can make a different one for you. And like, and then we would have had like a thing, and fucking at Barstool that could lead to a goddamn job. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you were an asshole about it, so I was like, now I'm gonna make sure that I never give you any credit ever, and I cut out every watermark ever, because I was like, you could have been cool about it, and you decided to be an asshole about it. I wish we could be cool about it. Like, I wish we could get like on the line with Kacey Musgraves and be like, why don't we like collaborate or
Yeah.
something? But it's just like, we're just not in that same league, so we have to be assholes about it. We got to just cry about it. We got to just be like, you stole it.
Our
own Kacey Musgraves
I
shirt.
am Kacey Musgraves.
I am Kacey Musgraves
Those shirts
shirts.
are like selling really well.
So then we're gonna get C&D'd. And then we got to have a reply, like a reply
Guess
back.
what?
Like, then you're C&D.
Well, I don't think we can C&D something we didn't copyright.
Did Barstool never copyright it?
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, I thought they
I
did.
don't know.
I thought we made fun of you because they got you again.
Yeah, no, I think that probably happened. They did.
So, well, I read that you
I
went to the website.
I went to the website. I said that before on the podcast. I went to the website.
You tried.
And I was like, this looks like a lot.
That's a whole
And
thing.
then I just
That's
closed
at
the
least
window.
like several windows worth of clicking.
Yeah.
You know? And that's just too much.
And I'm
for
like,
me.
I'm gonna have forms I have to fill out.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
and they're asking for
Yeah.
my social security. Like that's it.
I
I'm
should just
done.
tell you, like, I came up with this phrase, "Sad Boy Season."
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that
You
should be
got-
like
you do
like
that.
like it should be like if you put it in like your Twitter bio. That's it. You know what I mean? That should be enough proof. I mean, I bet you. Again, it's a whole thing, but I bet you'd have a legitimate case.
You with Sad Girl Fall?
Yeah, I bet you could like sue for that, and like you maybe not.
I mean, I can't do anything. I don't
Well,
have the rights to
I don't
anything.
know.
Barstool maybe can.
I bet you there is. I bet you there's some sort of like precedent set for. It's like squatters' rights in a
Who were
house.
taking the things I came up with? Yeah. There is this precedent set. It's going swimmingly for them.
I bet if you went to some case and some court and said like I didn't patent this, but like everybody knows it's my shit and I've been selling, I have like a business around it, there'd be something. Here's the thing. You don't ever have to win these cases. You settle. And people like Kacey Musgraves go, all right, here's like $250,000. Go away.
Right.
I'd be Or this. Then you,
I'll make a claim right now. I'll settle for $250,000. I'm like,
or
Kramer,
you do.
free lifetime coffee. Sold.
Yeah, tickets to Kacey Musgraves. I'm in. I feel like you could do some Catch Me If You Can type shit too, where you end up with a job.
With Kacey Musgraves?
Yeah, she's like, you know what?
Not interested. I'll take you $250K. See you later.
If Kacey was like, I want you to like be my marketing person, you'd say no.
She'd probably make me go to an office and shit. I probably have to go to work on time.
Either way, I
Can't
totally
be hungover. Can't grab
yeah.
a beer at lunch.
can't be suicidal.
I mean, if I can do that and this, okay.
All good.
If I'm choosing
Yeah.
one or the other, I'm fucking happy right here.
I thought that Kacey Musgraves was Chelsea Cutler. Chelsea
Chelsea Cutler.
Chelsea Cutler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got all mixed
Casey
up.
Musgraves won Grammy Album of the Year last year.
Yeah.
Casey Musgraves is the
Major.
real deal.
So it's Chelsea Cutler, but
I mean, no, I like Chelsea Cutler.
Yeah,
she's
she's-
not Casey Musgraves.
Casey
We're talking about two
Musgraves-
very different people.
Casey Musgraves, because I talk with Quinn, and Quinn's going on tour with Chelsea. So for a second, I was like, wait a minute, we got like a pipeline to this, but no, we got nothing for Casey.
No.
Huh? We got no way to get to
She's-
Casey.
She's a Grammy Award-winning superstar.
But we do, because we're
What?
selling her those shirts.
Yeah.
And she's either got to decide. So this is what we need. We need everybody. If you listen to this show, you need to buy a Kacey Musgraves shirt because
From us, not her.
from us. You need to buy an I am Kacey Musgraves Barstool Sports shirt because it needs to be making bank. Because then her people will have to take note, and then if we can get into a C&D off,
Yeah.
a cease and desist off would be amazing. Where it's like, okay, fine, then you have to drop your entire fall campaign, or you got to let these shirts go, one or the other. And then some judge comes in and says, nope, that's not how this works. You stop. But it would be fun to play lawyer for a little bit. We need Charlie Kelly being like, heretofore, henceforth, we will continue to sell shirts until you discontinue. And then they just go, nah, that's not how this works.
I remember texting merchandising yesterday, and the text I sent was just, it says, I want the most C&D-able shirt possible for Kacey Musgraves right now.
I
And
am.
then they
Kacey
were like,
Musgraves.
okay, what should it be? And I was like, I don't really care. Just I want it to be very C&D-able. And they're like, well, what do you think? And I was like, just
face,
I was like,
her
I want,
name.
I want a bunch of pictures of her face, and they sent me that. And I was like, can you add I am Kacey Musgraves?
Take your pick, Casey. Take your pick. God, I can't. We got to go to war with Kacey Musgraves. I would love to be in court with Kacey Musgraves where we represent ourselves. That would be amazing.
Are you guys sure? Like, we're sure.
Definitely. We come to wearing the shirts.
We got Zoom mics. Like, excuse me, Your Honor, could you speak a little louder? This is going to be our next episode.
God.
By the way,
everybody-
we have COVID. Just so you know. Like, the more this goes on, the more sure I am I have COVID.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
Delta variant.
I
thanks.
can't. Can you hear it in my voice? Like I can't.
I got that
cannot
version
breathe.
2.0 shit, bitch.
Yeah, that new. But please, everybody, if you have an extra $15-20 to spare, $30 to spare. If you have an extra $35 to spare, go buy a Kacey Musgraves shirt. If you have any sense of humor, if you have any sense of what's
It's
right
kind of
and
a cool
wrong,
shirt, by
it
the way.
kind of is. It kind of is. See,
It's
and then-
preposterous.
and
It's kind of like,
this
look, I
dude-
am Kacey Musgraves.
bro, do you realize you have the greatest marketing brain of all time? Even the mistake shirts you make are cool. Like the fact that somebody hasn't, like the fact that Barstool just does not. The fact that Barstool Sports just doesn't care about us is so funny. Like we both do certain things very well that nobody here cares. It's like you're just sitting on a fucking gold mine of ideas here that just nobody catches in on. It's unbelievable. Somebody
They
asked,
do.
they do. Somebody asked Nick the other day, how much money do you think Feidelberg has lost by not copywriting ideas? And Nick said 8 figures. And I think that's probably right.
I don't know what 8 figures is, so fucking joke's on you guys.
No, he couldn't have said 8 figures. 8 figures. Yeah, no, 8 figures.
What's 8 figures?
That'd be tens of millions.
Tens of millions. Whatever, man. I like my apartment.
Whatever, man. I'm gonna die of COVID soon, so it doesn't fucking matter anyway.
Like, I'm just gonna give my parents a bunch of money to live with. I am gonna have to call a lawyer though. For real,
Definitely.
drop a will.
Yeah, no doubt.
That is like I'm going to have to.
Yeah. No,
But
definitely.
the last time I got really sick and they were like, "Do you want a will?" I was like, "I don't have any money, so who cares?" I have some money this time. Gotta figure out who it's gonna go to.
Some of that. Can I get in there? Oh man, I'm really struggling to breathe. So let's keep it moving.
I
here.
feel like I'm going to pass out. Like I should really go get a COVID test. I am like hot and sweaty.
The boys get COVID.
And like it's like I'm very achy, which is another flu. Like I'm just telling you all right now, I have COVID-19.
You know what the worst part is? It's not that I'm gonna have COVID. It's having to go get the test.
Oh, we'll just go across the City MD. They knock it out fast.
Do they?
Yeah.
Last time I tried to get a
They'll
COVID
treat you for
test,
gonorrhea, bud.
they'll give you a test, not the right one. Last time I tried to go get a COVID test, it was like a whole production. There was a line out the fucking door. No, recently.
Oh, recently?
During Delta times, yeah. I had like a day where I thought I for sure had it, and it was like it was not easy. To
Oh,
test.
okay. I mean, I got my, maybe we just say we're sick with something else, and then they just test you while you're in there anyway.
Oh yeah.
'Cause when I had the
maybe
throat
just like
thing-
break my pinky. This is the milk crate challenge theory. You're gonna break these kids' bones and get them in the hospital, give them a fucking vaccine. God damn it! I'm gonna get the Q-tip in my brain again. Fuck you, John. Fuck you, Pat McAfee.
Fuck Barstool for making me go to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I had a blast. Don't get me wrong, but it's not something I would have done on my own.
It's all, yeah. It's like if you would have told me I was gonna get COVID for it, I probably would have passed.
I mean, if you would have thought I was going to buy a ticket to SummerSlam,
So-
now having gone, I would buy another one. But I was never going to do that on my own fucking volition.
By the way, I mean, so it's just these vaccines don't mean a goddamn thing, huh?
Well, they're not. I hope we weren't going to die from it.
I guess so. We'll find out. But it's just like motherfucker,
The prevailing theory is seatbelts don't prevent you from dying in a car accident. They fucking help you though.
Help you out. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'll keep that one in my back pocket for when I have COVID. Am I the Asshole? Brought to you by NHTSA. I can't believe that we're still at a place where I need to tell people not to drink and drive, but there's a reason why the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration still keeps doing these ads with us, and it's because every time there's a holiday and every time there's a summer event, people are drinking and driving, and there are needless deaths and injuries and accidents. It's as simple as drive sober or get pulled over. That's also the main thing, too. Not the main thing. The main thing is death. But I used to be like, I'm probably not going to get in a monstrous deadly accident, but you might get pulled over and you might get arrested and you might have to, your life's ruined because you catch a case for a DUI. So there's so many reasons. Saving lives is the main one, but also just like, do you want to catch a case? Do you really want to go to the fucking drunk tank for the night? Do you really want to have a DUI on your record? So just don't drink and drive. Get an Uber, get a Lyft. Don't drive that night. Crash wherever. Find someone to hook up with. Sleep in their bed. Do literally anything other than drink and get behind the wheel. So stay safe this Labor Day weekend, and always remember, drive sober or get pulled over. For more information about the Drive Sober Get Pulled Over campaign, visit trafficsafetymarketing.gov. I'm actually going to read this verbatim. This is what they actually have the call to action. Visit trafficsafetymarketing.gov/get-materials-drunk-driving/national-mobilization/peak-enforcement-kit.
We before this episode comes out, we gotta let them know, get the servers ready because an influx of visitors coming.
Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole? Okay.
Get the servers ready.
All right, let's start
The sun
it.
is rising on the East Coast. So like, oh boy, podcast just dropped.
We're flooded with traffic. All right. Am I the asshole if I went to a wrestling pay-per-view and gave everyone in my office COVID? God damn it. No, we got a big Am I the Asshole this week. Was like one of these viral things that everybody was messaging about. Am I the asshole? Who is the asshole here? This couple sent out an invoice to a couple who no-showed their wedding. So it was like a literal invoice drawn up for $120. $240. It was $120 a plate. Quantity, 2 people. Total amount, $240. And they said, this invoice is being sent to you because you confirmed seats at the wedding reception during the final head count. The amount above is the cost of your individual seats. Because you didn't call or give us proper notice that you wouldn't be in attendance, this amount is what you owe us for paying your seats in advance. You can pay via Zelle or PayPal. Please reach out to us and let us know what your method of payment works for you. Thank you, with a chipper little exclamation point. It says wedding reception dinner no show, $240. Who's the asshole here?
I don't think they're the asshole.
I did not realize until I read this that they confirmed. If you RSVP, yes.
RSVP, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Or,
them.
no. I was going to say, if you don't RSVP, you don't get to assume like
I'm
a yes
right.
and then bill me. I'm an asshole for not RSVPing. It was rude of me. But if we didn't get RSVP'd, you get assumed a no.
Yeah.
And then I don't factor you into the budget, and then you can't invoice me for anything. If you say you're coming and then no show, and if you no show but you're like, I got COVID, I can't come,
right,
then that shit happens. If you just straight up no show and you don't tell me, I'm sending your ass an invoice. Fuck off. I mean, no, I'm not. So that's where. Ultimately, my real answer is everyone's the asshole, because like this is so petty, and this is, I guarantee, like a bridezilla who's doing this was like, well, I'm fucking making an invoice and sending it to him, but she is within her rights. So she's like a little bit of an asshole, because it's like, are you really gonna do this? $240 is really worth like this whole thing, but she is within her rights.
But also, like, if she's sending it to everybody.
Well, if she sent it to everybody, I actually think
right, couple
I
bucks you're making.
I bet you is more. It's like that couple, I bet you there's.
Well, I guess they probably did send it to everybody. It's these one people. Not many people.
I would imagine not many people do, but
and
let's say 10 couples did. You could send it out to everyone and make some of your money back, but I bet you it's like, man, that's disappointing. Like fuck those people, but really fuck Jessica and Jeffrey, who were like, they do this to us all the time, and that couple who blah blah blah, they gave us COVID that one time. Like it's probably like more of a grudge against this couple that they're really like exercising this little power here. But you're within your rights, I think.
Yeah.
But again, the RSVP has to be there.
If you RSVP no, this obviously has come up recently at Barstool Sports.
Yeah.
I think you're not.
And if you don't RSVP at all, you're an asshole, but you should get counted as a no.
If you RSVP, yes. You gotta go.
Because we factored that in. We got like that amount of booze and that amount of food and all that shit. And then you got to give a heads up. And if you called the night before and said not making it, then you're off the hook. But I think you can do it. I think you're a little bit of an asshole and a little bit of a drama queen, but you are within your rights. So the no shows are the bigger asshole. I think you're a little bit of an asshole if you send the invoice, but you're allowed to. Secondly, am I the asshole for wearing a bathing suit in a nude-only spa on a work trip? This happened pre-COVID. I was a doctoral candidate. I'm like having trouble breathing and reading.
Now I'm starting to think we don't have COVID. It's just in our heads.
No, but my nose is completely shut off. I don't know if that's a COVID thing or not, but I can't breathe.
I can still taste. I want to be clear about that. I can still smell and taste.
Can I just tell you real quick, if there's any Corn Pops enthusiast out there, I thought I had COVID because I was not feeling well the other day, and I was eating a bowl of Corn Pops, and there was no taste to them. And something changed in Corn Pops over the last 2 weeks, where it just tastes different. And I don't know if there's anybody out there eating.
2 weeks?
And
Sounds like you were the one who gave. I gave back if it COVID.
That's what I mean, bro. That's when I got tested. I ate a bowl of Corn Pops, and I was like, "There's no fucking taste here." I got tested, and there's nothing. I eat Corn Pops a lot. And they went from this sweet, sugary corn goodness to this no fucking taste. And they made me think I had COVID. But Corn Pops, fix your fucking recipe. Anyway, I can't breathe. I was a doctoral candidate, and I was sent with several of my colleagues, as well as our professor, to a conference which is important in our community. The conference was held in Germany, and the participants occupied the entire hotel. Just so we're clear, there were no guests in this hotel who were not attending this conference. The hotel had a spa, and as is custom in Germany, the spa had a no bathing suits allowed policy, which was posted at the entrance. I've never even heard of that.
Like, you have to show us your dick.
Right. You couldn't miss it. You couldn't miss it. The conference itself was hugely international, and the key speakers were mostly Nobel laureates. Well, I don't know why that matters. On the second day of the conference, myself and some newly made friends decided to check out the spa. This being a work conference, I wore a bathing suit. It was strapless, and I had a towel over it, so it wasn't obvious. But many of the others who joined me, probably a little over 20 PhD students, were just straight up rocking the bathing suit. We had the whole hotel to ourselves, and who the fuck would go naked at a work meeting? Well, turns out one of the female professors. When we walked into the area of the spa in which she was, alone and totally nude, she flipped the fuck out on us. Several of us were actually her students, but the rest of us basically knew her from reputation alone. She was mortified and beyond pissed that we weren't exposed while she was. After she finished shrieking at us, she left and complained to all of our professors as well as to the hotel staff. Nothing came of it, and I won't guess their reactions as I wasn't there to hear it. We ended up enjoying the next 4 days in the spa in our bathing suits, along with some sometimes also bathing suit clad professors, and sometimes also their children. The professor who complained left the conference that day and did not return. which is why I think we may be the assholes. What? Bro. What?
On what planet?
So there's this.
Why is it-
There is one socially completely miscalibrated professor who thinks she can go pussy out at a work conference, gets so mortified that she tries to put the blame on you, and then runs away and goes home, and you think you're the asshole? I have never seen so little self-esteem in my life.
Yeah.
Have some self-confidence one time.
This makes me think it might be me.
Yeah.
What are you
Like,
talking about?
I do actually appreciate the idea of like a little self reflection, like me. Wait, maybe, but it's like no. You're out of work. What is Germany doing? You're not allowed to wear bathing suit
You
policies?
Have
What?
to have bush out. Also, were you surprised or not surprised when it turned out to be a woman?
I was. Which person turned out to be a woman?
The writer.
I know. I thought it was a woman from Jump Street.
Really? Oh, I was thinking a guy.
Well, when she said she had a strapless bathing suit on.
Well, I knew that.
Okay.
That's when I came
Okay.
over.
No, but I thought
when
it was
I
a
heard
girl.
the headline, I was thinking guy.
No, I thought. I don't know why I thought it was a girl from Jump Street.
Really?
Yeah, I was.
I guess like 'cause I was thinking more was it
Spa,
or
shit,
I
spa.
guess I heard sauna. And sauna,
Yeah,
I
saunas,
think,
guys.
was guy.
Yeah, spas, girls. I mean, there's no fucking chance I'm going dick out at a work event just because the fucking sign on the wall says so. That's
Yeah, well,
insane.
in fact, I was actually like, I didn't know what the setup was gonna be for like the Barstool pond hockey stuff.
Uh-huh.
And
Like
I
locker
was
room
like,
wise?
I was like, are we showering together?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really know what was gonna
Wacky.
happen.
Could you
I mean,
imagine if
I
we
would
were?
have. I would have. I absolutely would have showered. You fucking nuts.
So then maybe you would. What are you talking about then?
I mean, like, it's different. It's like showering after a hockey game versus going.
Bro,
to the spa.
you would fucking stand there naked next to Frankie Borelli and Nate.
Hockey vest is different. Hockey vest, I knew they weren't gonna be showers. I'm talking pond hockey.
Okay, I don't know. Same fucking guys, no?
No.
Okay,
like,
you would.
literally-
All right, now I remember. You would shower naked next to Chief.
Yeah.
That's fucking bizarre, bro.
Chief, YP, Riggs. Like, it's all people who played hockey. Like, it's just what you do.
I guess so. I guess it's all hockey guys. Well, all right. What if it was Hockey Fest? What if it was Nate and Frankie?
For some reason, that changes it.
Yeah.
It's like, because you're not like hockey.
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's not,
like they went through hockey life where hockey players are gayer than gay guys. No doubt. They're the gayest people on the planet. And so, yeah, I guess that does make sense to me, actually. I could never in a million years just be like soaping up my junk next to Nate. Are you fucking kidding me? And I mean, I couldn't do the hockey thing either. I couldn't. No. You can shower naked next to Riggs? Are you fucking nuts?
Yeah, no problem showering next to Riggs.
Riggsy, how's your sack? No. But I mean, also the big X factor here was mixed sex. Like they were with guys and girls on this fucking thing. That's crazy too.
They were?
Yeah.
I missed that part.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I thought
Because it was students. It was all it was
But
all
it
over the
just
place.
said 20 PhD students, right? I assume
They're all
they were-
girls? I don't think so.
I assumed they were all women at that point.
I don't think there's a reason to assume it was all one sex.
So in Germany,
Because it just says, well, turns out one of the female professors. I mean, you wouldn't specify female if it wasn't mixed sex. Could you imagine if we're at if we were in Vegas and there was a spa and this crew here and I just go with my dick out? It's like, hey, Jackie, Mike, can you get that clip for me? And I'm just standing there like fucking naked. Insane. That is insane behavior.
it is crazy town. It is crazy.
And then to ever for 1 second think that the naked person might be in the wrong. Christ almighty.
The fact that she fucking took her ball and went home makes me think I might be the asshole.
That woman, get a new job. Like you grossly misread the situation. Real quick before we move on to voicemails, I just want to give a shout out to this woman in Maryland from back in July who furthered my I've had a long running blog theory that platonic roommates over the age of 40 always ends in death.
Yeah.
And this might be the craziest one yet. Maryland woman charged with killing her 92-year-old housemate. How old do you think she was?
56.
26 years old. 26-year-old girl had a 92-year-old woman as a roommate.
This is just Jackie.
If you killed that Turkish woman, it could have been you. Julia Birch allegedly twice admitted to police that she killed Nancy Ann Frankel. Nancy Ann Frankel is the most old lady name I've ever heard in my life.
Congratulations on surviving the Holocaust, Nancy.
Nancy
You
Frankel.
didn't survive having a 26-year-old roommate, though.
Shit,
It just sounds like a Holocaust name.
I love how you do that. Look at this old bag.
I don't even know.
That poor bitch just got murdered,
I
bro.
don't even know if it's Jewish. Is Frankel a Jewish name?
Birch moved in with Frankel several months ago.
Sounds like Anne Frank. That's what.
That's what's
Nancy
happening.
and Frankel. Yeah, okay, that's what it was.
How
I
about
knew there
this?
was something that made the connection.
Birch moved in with Frankel several months ago in what the victim's family considered to be a mutually beneficial living situation. Jackie can attest. In what world is being a 26-year-old, is it mutually beneficial? Is it beneficial to have a 92-year-old fucking roommate?
Yeah, so you can steal her Social Security money.
And I love this. I love
don't know
this.
about mutually beneficial, but it worked out. What's the girl's name? Patty?
Nancy Frankel. Bill
Wait,
Straight.
no, the one who killed
Julia.
Julia.
Bill Straight, who is Frankel's 66-year-old son-in-law, said, even in our wildest imagination, no one could have ever thought this could possibly happen. Yeah, I fucking hope so. If there's even one person when Julia's moving in with 92-year-old grandma who has, even in their wildest imagination, go, what if Julia murders grandma? Then I think we should have called the whole thing off. If there's one person who even has that thought.
I think in your wildest imagination, you just don't have a good imagination then, because
I can
if a
think it.
26-year-old needs to move in with my grandmother,
She's
I'm
a murderer.
She's probably
That's what I'm
nuts.
saying. Yeah, that's actually a great point. That's my whole theory right there. Platonic roommates always end in death. Found her body.
How'd you kill her?
That's what I'm trying to find. She was a longtime family friend and an award-winning sculptor.
Ooh.
Found the body, suffocated her.
Suffocated her?
Has pillow over the face. She was probably like snoring at night.
How the fuck do you get
Snuffed her
caught
out.
suffocating a 96-year-old woman?
Yeah.
Like she just died in her
Well,
sleep.
that to me, yeah, it's like she just died in her sleep, and then someone shows up, and you just were like, I did it.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like Julia Birch has no game. Like she just cracked under the pressure immediately. 96. Yeah, she just died in her sleep. She's 96. That's what old people do. They die. Fucking A. All right, let's get into our voicemails. Then we got our interview with Bert. Also, after Bert, we've got an interview with Chef Donny, who's fighting in Rough and Rowdy. If you want to throw some hands, get in shape, maybe potentially fight in your own Rough and Rowdy boxing match, or get your own celebrity boxing match going. You want to Jake Paul this shit. You want to get better, get in shape, and learn how to throw some punches. You got to get Liteboxer. It's the #1 at-home boxing equipment company.
I can't speak highly enough about this product. It's so good.
It's like everything you need to have like a new hobby, a new activity, a new workout, to get your aggression out, to learn how to fight, to get in shape. It has like a pad that lights up, basically like Simon, the old game from the 80s, where you follow the pattern and punch the lights. And fucking Matrix over there.
Jackie's doing Liteboxer right now.
Yeah, really. Bob and weave. It has an app that goes along with it, so you can track your fitness, you can track your progress, you can see how hard you're punching, how many calories you're burning, what type of progress you're making as a boxer, and you can also listen to music. There's a whole community of people, from gamers to DJs to celebrities. From Bieber, Post Malone, The Weeknd. You got music from all their catalogs in the Lightboxer.
The trainers are also
the trainers that'll help you, so you can fight different programs, different routines.
It takes literally like 15 minutes, and you walk off drenched.
Yeah, it's a great workout. That's what's
really,
awesome too. Is
really
like you don't have
good
to be
workout.
there for like 2 hours.
Yeah,
You know.
do like 3 rounds, and like guess what? You're fucking beat afterwards.
And right now you can go to lightboxer.com. That's LITE boxer.com/KFC. Get $200 off your purchase. Use code KFC at checkout for that discount. Go to lightboxer.com/KFC. Then use code KFC. Get $200 off your Lightboxer today. What do we got? Voicemails. Let's go.
Hey, KFC Fights, what's going on, guys? Hey, what is something that you wish you could taste for the first time again? So I just had like a Reese's, and I thought, imagine not trying it until you were an adult. And it was, the thought of it kind of blew my mind. So what's something that you would love to just taste the first time again and get that same feeling later?
I think a cheesesteak for me.
A cheesesteak.
Because I moved. I didn't have one at all in my childhood. I was like living in the Bronx. Then I moved out to Philly, outside of Philly, and the cafeteria used to have cheesesteaks. But obviously, because elementary school cafeteria, it looked disgusting. So I was like, that's fucking gross. And all you weird like Philly trash people like can suck a dick. And then when I finally did have my first cheesesteak when I was older, I was like, this is my favorite thing I've ever eaten.
You do love a cheesesteak.
Love cheesesteaks.
I think mine would probably be booze.
You're so sick.
Why?
Because you're an alcoholic. which specifically? Beer, whiskey?
Probably a beer. Because
Yeah.
I didn't like beer when I
But that's
first
the
had
thing. I mean, so when you relive it, you're not going to like it, right?
I think you like it. I think it's just like, I was like 7. Like, the first time I had a beer? Yeah. That's not the first time I started drinking.
And you didn't.
That's the first time like an adult.
So you
like, an
took a
uncle
sip
gave me
and
of
you
beer.
didn't enjoy it. And you want to relive that?
I think like
You
as
would
an
like it?
adult, you'd like it.
But I feel like it's an acquired taste because you've been drinking it.
You think so?
Yeah. I think if you like wipe your palate clean of it and you take a sip of it for the first time, you're going to have that same reaction.
I disagree, but I see what you're saying.
I mean, I guess because you've eaten and drank other things that are like bitter or whatever that kind of are similar.
Yeah.
And you've grown to like those that maybe you would like beer. But I feel like when you say acquired taste, it's not just that like I don't know. Maybe it's because your tongue and your body and whatever has changed, or is it just because you've consumed that thing enough?
No, I think it's because like you do it with everything. Really, like I didn't like dark chocolate until I was.
Yeah,
It wasn't like
unsweetened iced tea.
It wasn't like I was like completely. I was eating it the whole time. I just only ate milk chocolate, and then one day I was like, I'm trying dark chocolate again, and I was like, well, I'm never touching milk chocolate ever again. This is way better.
Yeah, that's a good question. What exactly does acquired taste mean? But I would pick something that tastes much better than alcohol.
I like the taste of alcohol.
I know that's your downfall. Like it slows me down enough that I don't want to drink it. So I'm like, yeah, I don't need it. But when you like the taste, that's
It's
dangerous.
just like
That's why espresso martinis are so great to me. Because it's like to me that I do like the taste of that. So I can drink a bunch of them, and you drink a bunch of those, and you're fucking.
yeah. It's weird that you like that though, because it's like it's coffee
Very
and
strange.
alcohol. Two
I
things
love-
you don't like. And
I love coffee
negatives and
flavored ice cream. I love coffee flavored alcohol. I don't like
coffee milk.
I don't like that though. I don't like coffee. But espresso martinis, best drink in the world.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to be like, drink a real drink, man. Like, I don't know, dude. Fucking straight booze and caffeine is like a pussy drink now. Like, all right, man. I'm such a fucking loser drinking that. Fuck out of here. What food would you do though? Forget about alcohol. What
Food? Man, probably Charisse. I just brought up coffee milk, so we're staying in the
Fuck is Charisse?
Charisse. It's like it's people gonna be like, you mean chorizo? No, it's not chorizo. It's fucking Charisse.
Sausage?
Yeah, it's like a spicy sausage.
What a bizarre answer.
It's dude, Charisse is so
What a
fucking.
wacky answer.
It's one of my favorite foods. It's so
This
fucking
motherfucker said sausage. Come on, that's the weirdest answer ever, right?
good. Bro.
That's
What did you say, gay?
if I could get sausage in my mouth for the first time ever. I mean, sausage is objectively the weirdest answer I've ever.
but
Like,
it comes
like
with-
the last thing in the world I would have said there
But
is sausage.
Charisse doesn't just come
Yeah.
with sausage.
Okay, that's even crazier that you're saying something Charisse. Like, this is insanity.
No, Charisse is so fucking
Like, most
good.
people pick their favorite
You can have-
meal or their favorite dessert.
Charisse is my favorite meal.
Charisse is your favorite
I
meal?
fucking
I
like
have never heard you say the word Charisse
I
once.
don't know.
I've never
All right,
seen you
then
eat
what-
sausage in my life.
And what is? But it's not Charisse.
Charisse.
We're not talking about Charisse.
Where can you even get Charisse? We have coffee. I've never seen you eat Charisse once.
Just got the update. We're negative.
All right,
go. Weird.
one's off
One.
the fucking, one's off the board.
Oh God!
Charisse.
First of all, it's not available. I can't eat it here. It's only a Fall River delicacy.
Oh,
Fall
okay.
River is Portuguese, and it's a Portuguese meat. It's fucking delicious.
Charisse.
Really, really good. You can get it ground.
I swear to God, that's the worst answer in the history of KFC Radio.
You need to. It's not. It's not.
Charisse. Oh, it's a special kind of Portuguese sausage.
Yeah, it's fucking delicious.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
How about this? How about this? How about this?
Why don't you go fuck yourself and die,
You've
Heidelberg?
never had it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get to try for the first time.
Sure.
you're gonna
And I
go,
bet you I'm
"Thank
gonna be like, this is
God."
a weird sausage meal.
This you're gonna say this is the best.
I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna go. That's all right, but it's certainly not something I would choose with my one wish
to be
to
fair,
relive.
Chose Philly cheesesteaks. It's like
Yeah.
go to D'Angelo's one time.
Charisse.
I'm talking fucking delicacies here, and you're talking fucking roadside sandwiches.
Fall River delicacy. The fuck out of here. Next.
Hey guys, first time, long time. I got a would you rather here as I sit in traffic driving home from work. Would you rather have the ability to teleport anywhere you want, but every time you teleport, you arrive to your location with a fresh shit in your pants, or everywhere you drive is a 30-minute drive? Like, you want to go grab milk from 7-Eleven, 30 minutes minimum,
Okay.
but you do have the ability to teleport, you're just going to arrive.
Wait, well, how about this, though, for clarification? Everywhere you drive is 30 minutes. So what if I drive to LA?
I was going to say, that actually is a bonus in a lot of ways. But it depends. So like that doesn't affect you in any way, really.
No.
So like when I need to like hop in the car and go get my kids, I would need to have like, I need to plan 30 minutes every time. That sucks. But driving everywhere would be awesome. Like, yo, I want to go to Miami. 30 minutes.
Right. I don't think that's what he meant.
So let's say
but it's what he said.
anything under 30 minutes becomes 30 minutes is,
right.
Is what he meant. Let's not be assholes about this. I was probably going to pick teleport shit my pants anyway.
Yeah, me too.
But now I'm definitely picking it without the other side of it. But I can't do the 30-minute drive thing. If I could teleport and
shit
then
my pants is a mild inconvenience at this point in my life.
That was so genuine. That was not for the podcast. That was not for effect. He really meant that shit. He really meant that shit. Like, that just happened a few times a month now.
Dude, a shit
But
in my
here's the
pants
thing.
is like, I don't even, if I don't have time to change, I'm not going to change.
If I had a 30-minute drive on my hands, I wouldn't even change my pants. If I can teleport anywhere I want, can't you just build that in to like, okay, I'm going to teleport to Feidelberg's apartment. I'm just going to teleport right to his bathroom, and I'll just change my pants. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I'll just teleport right to the bathroom, take my boxers off, throw them in the garbage. But here's the problem: you'd have to travel with boxers, like underwear, everywhere you go.
Yeah, you get a backpack.
Yeah, just have a backpack full of underwear because if I teleport to your house and I've got shit in my pants, then I got to teleport somewhere else. Well, now I've got shit in my pants, because I took my underwear off. So I've got to just be like, hang on a second, let me put on a fresh pair of boxers and teleport. But by the way, teleporting is so awesome that if you let a little bit of poop in your pants stop you from one of the greatest superpowers that has ever been conjured up, teleport. Oh, all right, let me teleport right to the ocean in Miami. Clean my butt out in there. Teleport home to my house. Jump in the fucking shower. Like, yeah, I'm not telling you to teleport to the Met Gala. You don't have to teleport to the middle of a fucking wedding or something. Just use your teleportation in places that poop in your pants isn't the biggest inconvenience.
Which is most places.
Right. If you're John. The 30-minute drive thing is that problem with that is that just is horribly inconvenient. And all you're thinking, maybe he did mean everywhere, because there's no reason to pick that.
Yeah, that's true.
So he did mean everywhere you drive, because then there'd be a bonus. So the bonus on this side is you get to teleport. The bonus here is that you don't have to deal with shit in your pants. You do have to drive places, but everywhere's 30 minutes. Because now I'm swaying back, because. Right? I mean, that makes sense. There can't be a would you rather that has something awesome like teleportation on one side and the other side doesn't have anything good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could drive to like, and I'm gonna say you can fucking. I mean, you can't like drive over water or whatever, but that means anywhere you can get on land, you can get in 30 minutes. That's not that long. And I don't have to deal with the poop.
Yeah,
now, fuck
but
that. But teleportation's like teleportation's amazingly fucking convenient, and then you just
world,
gotta wipe your ass.
Just like, the world.
Not
just to the
you can go anywhere you want.
Continental United States.
And I am thinking that for the sake of this would you rather, it's probably a pants full of poop. We're not talking about a little shard. I'm talking about like you gotta like dump it out of your pants, you know? Like it falls out when you take your pants off.
Yeah, you're probably right.
This is your life, Jackie. This is your life. She gave a good head nod, a good head shake over there, like, God damn it. What's your answer, princess?
I went with the 30 minutes, but you guys made pretty good argument.
Jackie shit in your pants. Let's answer. If I'm a chick, I'm answering totally different. You can't shit in your pants, Jackie.
Dude, if I'm a chick, I get a little rabbit poop in my pants.
Oh, God.
I'm not even bringing the extra change of clothes.
Next voicemail, one more, and then Bert. Jesus.
What's up, Fights, KFC, Jackie, Nick, interns? I had a question. It stems from a TikTok I saw. Some dude was saying that no one's talking about the fact that sharks and camels will never know that each other exists as species. So my question is, what is your one thing that no one is talking about that blows your mind or is crazy or something? Peace.
I'm sorry, what was the question there?
Well, it's funny you ask because I don't think those two things had anything to do with each other. He said on TikTok, people are saying that. Oh, now I understand what he said. Okay, I get it. He said on TikTok, it's blowing people's minds that camels and sharks will never know about each other. They will never know about each other's existence.
Okay.
And I think his question was just, what's something that blows your mind like that? I think that's what he was saying.
It's like what's something that nobody's talking about?
Yeah, that's how he worded it. What's something that nobody's talking about? I was like,
who killed JFK?
Well, yeah, like that's why I don't get his question because I can come up with a ton of things. Why are people not talking about the aliens? Why are people not talking about who killed JFK? Why are people not talking about that John Benet Ramsey's brother was the person who killed her? Why are people not talking about OJ's son might have been the murderer? Why are people not talking about the list goes on and on. I don't know what it has to do with fucking camels and sharks though.
What's a mind-blowing fact no one knows?
I don't know it. Yeah. But I guess do you have something that you think? I wish I did because that would be an incredibly original thought. If I was like, nobody is talking about this.
Scarecrows are just scarecrows.
Man, that was bad. I've done a lot more crow research.
Yeah.
We're gonna make crow NFTs.
Okay.
Because I got an NFT. I'm getting you one too from the koala who looks like you.
Uh-huh.
I got one.
I thought you said they were like $300,000.
No, they're not $300,000. They're $300. But
that's what I said with a K.
Yeah, I didn't get what you meant. I was like, no, I didn't say K, did I?
Because I thought I was like, $295. That's not bad.
Well, it's not bad, but it's also. I mean, I wasn't ready to throw $300 at this little fucking stamp, But I've been talking to the people at Crazy Koalas. We got it taken care of. But I want to make my own NFTs, and we're gonna make crows. We've got a couple characters already lined up. We did some talking. We've got Crownelius, who is he's like a very sophisticated crow. He has like a monocle and he wears like an ascot, and he's like a sophisticated crow. And then there's Mr. Crowman, Mr. King Crow,
Jackie. Yeah.
Crowman. Then there's Crowman, who is like
Mr.
Crowman, right? Mr. Crowman. There's like a King Crow. I've learned a lot about
General Crone Wallace.
Sure. Yes. Crow Wallace. Yes, I like this. I was
the Patriot.
I was gonna say
he was actual general in the British Army, but
so then we'll make a general.
Yeah,
he'll be a general.
He'll have
a red coat. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crowbar.
Yeah, we did a crow. We're gonna open a place called the Crowbar, where there's like crows that hang out there.
Cromarty?
Antonio Cromarty, sure. Antonio Cromarty, the football player Crow.
Yeah.
Crows, not only was Jackie's mom like dead on here, crows have funerals.
Yeah.
Right? We talked about that?
Yeah.
Crows recognize human faces. And like
that's the crazy lady?
Yes. So Jackie's mom might have thought that she scared them off. Better chance that they're like rounding up the homies and going to come back. Because there are stories of crows like knowing individual humans and like bringing things to them, and like would bring like one time they would bring you like, I don't know, a dead rat, where like the animals do that. One time like a crow brought this human money, like found like a $5 bill, brought it, and the human was like, oh my god, excited about the money, and the crow like learned that and continued to bring green things and paper things and like tried to replicate that. Crows are mad smart.
They can read traffic lights too.
They could read traffic lights, bro.
Some of them learned, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. You fly, dude. It's like you don't need to worry about that. Imagine a crow just stops and it's just like, or like a yellow light, he slows down. Yeah, Yeah, crows are fucking crazy smart. So we're gonna start crow NFTs, and the whole thing is gonna be that, like, crows are kind of scary and shit, but we're gonna make them like cutesy and fun and relatable. The relatable crows. We're going to the top, baby.
Yeah.
We're going to the top.
Someone gets a murder of NFTs.
Yeah,
Cool.
I bought a murder today. I got 12 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to see my my koala?
Yeah.
My koala is
How
fucking
does it work? Are you
fire,
like an
bro.
app you save it on, or is it just like
Yeah,
saving your
it's a
photos?
thing. You gotta have MetaMask and OpenSea, and they sent it to me and shit. This is my koala. I'm gonna name him. His name is gonna be Knowledge the koala, but the K is not silent. Knowledge the koala, because he's having a little shower thought. He's in the tub and he's got a little light bulb going off. Knowledge the koala. This thing is gonna be worth minimum $300,000 one day. Knowledge. If you want knowledge, pony up. And you know what? He's my firstborn. He's priceless. I'm not selling him for shit. You could offer me $1 million right now. Knowledge is staying in my phone, staying in my little wallet or whatever the fuck it is. But get into the koala NFT game, man. We're gonna make koalas the new thing, bro.
Yeah.
Koalas
I like
are
that.
it.
You should do merch with them because those koalas are cool.
We might partner up with crazy koalas. Who knows? All right, let's get into it. Bert Kreischer. It's brought to you by Cuts. Cuts Clothing. Cuts Clothing is a brilliant idea. It's just like quality shirts that are simplistic, always in style, always look sharp. It's a brilliant idea. We got Bert on the show. He is an ideas guy, an ideas machine, always coming up with original thoughts. And Cuts came in and said, what do guys need? They need T-shirts and Henleys and V-necks and crew necks that are your classic colors, white, black, gray, navy, tan. They need it to be a little bit longer, a little bit stretchier, a little bit scoop cut, elongated cut, all these different ways to wear your shirt so that you look sharp. You don't have to worry about matching it. You don't have to worry about what's in style and out of style. These things are always on trend, and they will always go with every pair of shoes, every pair of pants. Everything has soft cotton blends. Everything is wrinkle free. It's comfortable. It's just the perfect shirt for the guys who don't want to have to think about the perfect shirt. You grab them off the top of the pile, you put on your Cuts, you always know that you're going to look sharp.
And guess what? Makes you look cut.
It gives you big arms. It makes you feel like you're in shape. They've got T-shirts, hoodies, polos, so whether you're dressing up or dressing down, whether it's warm or cold, Cuts has got you covered. Each piece crafted with custom engineered fabric, comfortable fit without compromising the flattering style. It's the only shirt worth wearing. Right now, you can get 15% off site-wide when you go to cutsclothing.com/Clancy. This month is the 5th anniversary of Cuts, so they've got 2 new collections that are dropping, along with a product launch and a week-long special event. So check out the website for all of those things and use the custom URL, cutsclothing.com/Clancy for 15% off, plus access to all the anniversary months all month. That's cutsclothing.com/Clancy.
What's up, brother?
What's up, big boy?
How do I sound?
You sound perfect, man.
Nice.
Great
How you
hat.
guys doing?
You might have the best hat collection in the world. What do you think?
Dude, I get sick hats. Well, I get hooked up with these dudes at Hat Club, SF Grippy. They send me hats all the time. And then the Clink Room, they just send me hats. And I'll tell you why. Can I tell you why? Have we started?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Okay, here's what drives me nuts. See, I have a size 8 head.
Yeah, you got a
Everyone
melon.
listening, that is the biggest head you can have. That means anyone with a size 8 knows the exact struggle I go through. I go into a hat store, I go into a Lids, and I go, hey, what do you have in size 8? They go, everything. And I go, you don't have everything.
No, you're lying. Yeah.
You're lying. He goes, what do you want? And I go, okay, I want the Montreal hat. And he's like, we don't have that. I'm like, okay, how about that one? We don't have that. The only ones they ever have are New York Yankees, Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
That's because everyone in those 2 freaking cities moved somewhere. So then you end up with a Yankees hat. Then you're walking around in LA in Ralph's, and you're wearing a Yankees hat, and some fucking jackass is like, yo, bro, what's the score? Giambi pitched tonight? And you're like, hey, man, I don't really follow baseball like that. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
And he's like, why are you wearing the hat? Why are you wearing the hat? I go, because I have a size 8 head.
I get it, man. You can't wear a
all
Yankees
they
hat,
did-
though. I'd rather go hatless. I'd rather go hairless. I'd rather go fucking headless than have a Yankee hat on my head.
By the way, Yankees is probably, like, brand-wise, like, we're talking brands, Yankees is one of the best hats around. I mean, it's so much better than a Mets hat. A Mets hat reeks of I had issues with my father. He was a Mets fan. I'm trying to put him back together. He died in a bowling alley. I was there. He had the first dollar he made inside his wallet. I love my father. I want you to know that. That's why I'm a Mets fan.
Fuck you, Bert.
I think you just destroyed Kevin's life in like 30 seconds.
I used to be a fan. Now fuck you, Bert. Man, that is brutal here.
He kept the first dollar he made in his wallet and died in a bowling alley.
God,
I think that I just told you Billy Crystal's life story.
Yo, so first of all, are you're out of your surgery, right? Post-op?
Yeah.
How oh, God. What a fucking run it's been for the two Bears. Jesus Christ, you guys.
Guys, officially, I'm at I just
Nice.
changed it here. I'm at 90 degrees.
Let's go. You
Oh,
really
wow.
are. I mean, the Mickey Mantle gene, brother. You're like, you just defy science, man. It makes no sense.
Was that Instagram picture? Was that real? Is that how skinny you are?
No. Okay. Yeah. That's what I said.
Bro,
I was like, that's got to be
Bro, I
Photoshopped.
thought it was real. I'm a sucker for things on the internet. I believe everything I see. Haven't gotten the vaccine yet.
The first person to text me was Rogan, and he goes, "Bro, is this fucking real?"
We got to get you in the gym, man. We got to work you out.
You should see the one I sent. I sent them one of my, because I got a new phone number, and I do the same thing with my dick. Dude, it's the best fucking picture. It's the best fucking picture. And I sent, I got it when you get a new phone number, Segura and Rogan have had 9 new phone numbers. I got my first new phone number. Yeah. So Segura's like, all right, take a picture of yourself holding a piece of paper with your phone number on it, and then send it so people know it's you. And so I was like, okay. So I did it, and then Rogan goes, still don't believe it. Show me a picture of your dick. So I was like, all right. Dude, it looks like a Coke can. It is so fucking big. It is so big, and then it's all comics on that thread. So they're like, "Did you get your dick caught in a car door? Did it get stung by 100 bees?"
Man, what a group text that must be. Jesus Christ, that's hilarious. Yeah. But everything went well. I know you were scared you were gonna die or some shit on the table.
I melted down.
Yeah, man, you were bugging.
One of the last 2 bears we did was the day before I went to surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And what had happened, and I'm not really great at, I'm super sensitive, and Segura knows that, and he was like, are you sure you want to post that podcast? Because what had happened is my number had gotten leaked, my number had gotten doxxed, and you get a ton of really cool texts and phone calls. When your number gets out, there are people throughout a year that will call the most random. They'll find your number and they'll be like, hello. And you're like, hey, what's up? And they're like, is this the machine? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh my God, it's really you? And I'm like, yeah, man, you called me. What do you want?
Right.
And so you get a bunch of really cool ones. Like I had a dad. This is my favorite one ever. Not my favorite one. I have a bunch of really good ones. I had a dad one time call, and he goes, is this Bert? And he's kind of crying. And I go, it is. And he goes, I just got your number off the internet. I just dropped my daughter off at Florida State. I'm your dad, and me and him talked as he drove down the 10. Me and him talked.
Wow.
And we talked about, and it was our fucking coolest phone call.
Yeah,
it was like
man.
the coolest. And then progressively, he just proceeds to get wasted every other night and call
you. Yeah. It was cool the first time, bro. I don't want to talk anymore. Lose my number.
and then you get really cool phone calls. Like me and Segura in the car one time. This had just happened. We were in the car, and the Starbucks person was a bigger fan of me than his, and this guy just called randomly, and I answered it. I go, hello, and he goes, hey, Segura's still in the car? And I said, yeah, and he goes, I'm a bigger fan of his than you, and hung up. It was like, Segura and I were doubled over laughing, right? But for all the good ones, you do get, it's interesting. They start off friendly, and you don't reply, and then they turn on you, and it's usually with texts, and it's like,
especially like a guy like you, when it's like you talk to your fans and you're down to earth. People expect you to have full blown conversations with them just because you're an average guy, and it's like, no, I can't talk to every random number that texts me, dude.
Yeah, and so right before I was going into surgery, there were 2 dudes who had my number who were being absolutely hateful, and I was like, I don't need this. Like, I don't read comments on Instagram because I don't like. I don't want to see anything bad. And a lot of it's good, but I just don't. The idea that I would get on Twitter and it would ruin my day is just not in the cards for me. I don't do it.
Smart man. Yep.
But I can't have it where they can get into my phone and then they can get into my life. And so I changed my number, and but I was like melting down on one of the two bears because I was like, I really thought I was gonna die. I mean,
Tom was like, "Yo, any last words? This might be the last time you ever talk to the fans." Tom was being such an asshole, just poking the bear.
Why did you think you were gonna die?
He's dead inside. He's fucking dead inside.
But what made you think you were gonna die? You just had a feeling?
Complications with surgery, dude. Bill Paxton.
Yeah, he just kept talking about
surgery. Like,
I mean, I shouldn't laugh because it does happen, but you were just so convinced you were going to be the one in a. And then he started looking up the numbers. Don't do that, man. The numbers of bad things happening are really much better than you think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You start looking at it and you're like, fuck, dude, I'll stand outside in a thunderstorm way quicker than I'll go into surgery. Yeah. And that's scary. Dude, getting in the water, you're so much safer than getting attacked by a shark. I mean, the numbers are scary about like, and so I was like, and then I don't know, man. You know, just like everything when I got into the hospital, the waiting room sucked, right? The Asian dude next to me sucked. He was like, hey man, can I be awake for my surgery? And they're like, what? And he's like, I'm studying to be a doctor, and I would love to see the procedure.
Oh my god, what an asshole!
And they're like, hey man, you don't want to be awake for this.
Yeah, like, you know what? I don't think that guy should be a fucking doctor if you think you can be awake for the surgery. You're out, dude. Jesus,
and you can't have anyone in COVID. You can't have anyone in there.
Yeah.
And they take your fun mask, the mask that you're comfortable with. They give you the surgical one, and then everything changed for me. I get into the room, and the curtain opens, and it's this chick, and she goes, the machine. And I go, yeah. She goes, oh, I'm so excited. And I was like, what? She goes, I saw your name on the thing. And I was like, I listened. I know that you're going into surgery. And I was like, hoping it was you. And I was like, yeah, it's me. And I was like, hey, get me that cocktail quick.
Yeah.
She was like, it's coming. Yeah. I gave him the cocktail. I was so nervous. I couldn't even feel it. I was like, I kept saying, I need my cocktail. And he goes, dude, you've had it. And I was like, more.
Push that button.
Wait,
put some more in.
Did you get wait, I've had I think nurses or something like that were like Barstool fans, and they're like, oh, it's Feidelberg. And I was like, I don't want that. New nurse, please.
Yeah.
Our fans, I do not want you to be my one, because I don't want you to see my dick, and two, because I think you're probably not very good at your job.
No, it makes me feel comfortable. Like, when I know someone's a fan, I feel it's because it's like, here's the thing, and maybe this is, I don't know, I think it's the same, but like with podcast fans, they know everything about me. Everything. I mean, everything. Like this chick Lucy that called on Two Bears One Cave, who's doing my pre-op, she was a fan, and she was like, I don't want to geek out, but I know who you are. And I was like, cool. And she goes, I can I just say, can you just loop me into group text with Leanne? 'Cause I know you're not reading any of these. And I was like, yeah, of course. and so then I loop her in with Leanne, and she's like, Leanne, this is Lucy. I listen to Two Bears One Cave. I saw Bert at the Ace Hotel or whatever she said.
Yeah.
And she's like, here's what Bert needs to do. And she's like, thanks, Lucy.
Amazing.
Leanne and Lucy are still texting today.
That is great, man. Yeah, it's like having like a little personal, like, they just give you a little extra care, right? They take care of you.
Yeah, and you know what? The other thing I did is this. So like I've always gotten panic attacks, and especially when I did Trip Flip, and I noticed on Trip Flip if I could find the camera, my panic attack would go away. So if I could play to the camera, so like if I'm about to jump off a 450-foot cliff and do a rope swing, I would practice my read. I'd get my read ready. I'm here in Interlaken, Switzerland. I'd get my read ready, and getting my read ready would get my mind off it. If I was underwater, I'd find the camera. And I'd talk to the camera, and my panic would go away every time. A lot of times, secret time, if you see a day where I have a lot of stories on my Instagram stories.
Uh-huh.
I'm having a rough day.
You get that camera out, start.
Get my mind off of it.
Yep.
It's and look, it might be shallow, whatever the fuck it is, but if I have like yesterday, I was like, yesterday my arm was hurting, and I started wondering, did I fuck it up? Did I fuck it up by using it too much? And I've got to go to a new degree, and so I just went, all right, let's focus on something else. Let's go. Let's make a project. It's all about specialty cocktails. I want specialty cocktails for Rosario, Jennifer, Corey, and T-Pain. When we wrap, I'm gonna get my guys. We got a smoker. Let's build the smoker. And so I distract myself. So my thing going in, and I told my anesthesiologist this was, I'm gonna do a read for my Red Rock show September 8th. Going in, and he goes, cool. What music do you want playing? I go, Creedence Clearwater Revival. He goes, we'll be blaring it in the surgery room. And he goes, I'll make sure you get your read. And I was like, cool. And so I focused my energy on that. I'm sure someone could figure out a better way for me to fucking focus my energy and get rid of panic attacks. But I focused my energy on that, and I did a read rolling into surgery with my phone. I'm like,
dude, that makes perfect sense to me. I don't think it's shallow. I don't think you need to come up with a better way. It's like, this is what you do. You love what you do. It's what you focus on, and if it works, it works.
It's like an athlete talking about, like, on the field, they
go in the zone.
Like on the field, I can escape. Like in front of the camera, you escape.
It was funny. I got a call from Segura. I posted it like the next day. I got a call from Segura, and he goes, I am honestly astounded at what different men we are. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, I know you were scared, and I wasn't scared, but my surgery room was very somber, very quiet, like everyone was like, all right, Mr. Segura, we're going to have you count backwards from 100, and when you wake up, the surgery will be done. We've got the best surgeons in here. We're going to have a great surgery, and we'll see you in recovery. And he goes, you go in, music blaring, going, what's up, everybody? I'm at Red Rock September 8th. I'm opening Jimmy Buffett's the night before, Jimmy Buffett's the night after. And then my anesthesiologist is like, hell yeah. And I'm like, you want to come? I just invited my anesthesiologist. He fist bumps the phone out of my hand. I grab it. I did like 3 reads, by the way, until they put me under. And the last thing I heard was, let's just put him to sleep. Fuck.
He's never going to fucking shut up.
I had done stories. Obviously, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I did stories all getting rolled into the surgery room, and then I had stopped and I was like, shit, I gotta do a read. So I get out of the surgery, and Leanne's like, yo, you gotta check your fucking stories. And I was like, what? She was like, said some unsavory things on your stories.
Oh no.
I'm high as shit. Oh no. And my anesthesiologist was Asian, and all I said was, dude, I love your accent. And he didn't have an accent at all. But he knew what I was trying to say. He was like, I know. Because he has a really deep voice, and he goes, I know. And I go, no, like you know what I'm saying? And they go, it's his voice. His voice is really soothing. He was the coolest dude. Earring, badass, put me out.
Love your
accent. He
accent.
called me the night before, and he goes, I go, I haven't drank in 2 weeks. He goes, why? And I said, well, I want to make sure I'm healthy for this. And he goes, dude, I put crackheads under.
I'm happy to see it went well. I know you were bugging. I also, in listening the last couple weeks, you guys, you came up with, I think, the greatest idea of all time, the greatest loophole of all time. And that's fucking Adriana Chechik with a strap on. Brother, that is... We do similar type shows where we're thinking of weird sex scenarios and weird, all the weirdest shit in the world. I can't believe we never thought of that. It's the best fucking idea
when Kevin
ever.
texted me that yesterday, I was like, fucking genius.
It's not cheating. It's not my dick.
I have some questions. Like, where's your dick go? Like, because you're going to get hard, fucking Adriana Chechik. So are you putting it to the left?
In my right hand. Dude, you know what this, because me and Tom have been now in 2 weird sexual situations. Mm-hmm. One is Adriana Chechik offering us to double team her, and then the other one was, and this is my favorite one ever. Like, comedy sometimes is in the subtlest moments. Like the subtlest moments are the fucking funniest. Mm-hmm. Tom and I did that Two Bears Live event, and we had our dicks tethered together with an electric cord, and this dominatrix was shocking our cocks and see who could take more. And it's in our underwear. We're in our underwear in a room. It's so fucking creepy. And finally we tap out. She's like, all right, cool. What's next? And we're like, what do you mean what's next? She goes, you guys want me to make you come? And both Tom and I just looked at each other and we're like, Tom goes, how would you do that? He goes, I just take you into the room and I get this vibrator and I just vibrate your cock until you come. And Tom looked back at me and was like, dude, we're both like, we're married.
I like how that's the line. Coming is the line.
Yep.
You can get electrocuted in your dicks, but you can't come.
But that's why the strap-on works. There's no cum. Well, no, there'd be coming. But you'd be making yourself come. She wouldn't be making you come, so it's not cheating.
Do you know what would be great about the strap-on in this? I've thought about this a lot.
Clearly.
Is if I had sex with Adriana Chechik, I would come so fast. It would be. I mean, it wouldn't be worth it. It's not worth it. See, cheating for me isn't worth it because it would be over so quick.
Right.
That I'd regret it instantly.
Right.
You know, and it's like when you were a kid and you took acid for the first time. You're like, oh, I think I'm gonna not. I think that was a bad idea. and so it wouldn't be worth it. What would be worth it with a strap-on is you could take your time with it and really do your porns and just been like, oh, and just get rock. I mean, you would be rock hard, just like, oh, like just, oh.
I mean, yeah, think about it. You could do all the positions, all the different rooms. Let's go in the kitchen. Let's go in the bathroom. Let's go over here because it's going to last forever. It's not my dick. It's brilliant.
Now, are you using a strap-on that's the same size as your dick, bigger than your dick, or smaller than your dick?
So I hadn't thought. I'd assumed. By the way, in my visual, it was black and it was big.
I was gonna say I would go for a big black 12-inch dick.
Bert, can I tell you something? In my visual of you wearing a strap-on, it was black and big too.
Yeah, no one rents a car cheaper than their car. When you're in LA,
brother,
you rent a fucking Maserati.
I don't know if they're making one smaller than mine. I don't think there's a business. There's not a market for that one. Shit. What was funny though was the reaction too of both wives. Like Leanne was like, "That's disgusting," and Push was a little like, "Well," she's laughing about it. She's like, "I don't think so," but there was some wiggle room there for Tom. I think he's got a shot, maybe.
I mean, by the way, Tom and I are trying everything we can to ruin our careers. I mean, I'm like a legit fucking movie actor. Like, I'm fucking, like, Tom and I are very soon. I mean, everything's happening for our careers, and we are fucking doing everything we can to cancel ourselves.
like right before the premiere of The Machine is going to be this fucking strap-on live show, and the movie studio is going to be like, Mark Hamill's going to be like, "What the fuck are you doing, Bert? I got to do press with you right now."
Dude, I would love to. I would follow through. I think if me and Tom and Leanne and Push had all been at dinner together, I think we could have talked Leanne.
Yeah.
So it's a bit, Leanne.
Right. Think about the money and the tickets and the kids and we'll make this happen. Now that
we tried to shoot.
No, go ahead.
We tried to shoot porns. We wrote and tried to shoot.
Didn't you guys write like each other's porn or something like that?
We wrote our own porns for ourselves.
Okay.
And then mine was a time travel porn because I'm obsessed with time travel. And it was, by the way, it was a really fucking great idea. I mean,
I don't doubt it.
Soft pitch, a cop, a scientist, and a priest, female priest, come into my green room after I've done 2 sold-out shows, and tell me that my wife's been killed 20 minutes ago, and if I can find the spot in this woman's vagina with my dick, that I can time travel back to go save my wife.
So you're the hero too. You get to fuck this girl, but you're saving your wife. And what was Tom's? Do you know Tom's?
Tom's was Tom got one of my other favorite porn stars, Christy Mack. But I don't even know she's a porn star.
Oh yeah, she's not in the game anymore.
She's not in the game, but she rocks OnlyFans. You better get on it fast because she's about to be off it. But bro,
I'm on her OnlyFans.
Yeah, bro. I one time. I'm sorry to interrupt, but there was one time she was in Boston and she tweeted, "I'll suck your dick if you bring me a bunch of Legos." I built Legos, drove to the bar where she had an event that night, and handed them to her. And I was so fucking scared. I was like, she might actually suck my dick. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
He was terrified she was gonna follow through on her promise. He was like, "What if she actually sucks my dick?" He made her like a race car.
So I went to the Lego store in Boston, Faneuil Hall, and I tried to get a pirate ship for her back, the back tattoo. And they didn't have any pirate ships, so I was like, "Fuck it." She like loves her dogs, so I got a dog and a race car because she had cars on her Instagram a lot at that time. And I showed up.
Yeah, this guy did his research, bro. He knows the tattoos.
I didn't need to do research. I just knew that shit. But Tom had hers. Had her in his.
Tom had her in his porn. So I cast mine with like Miss Pat, Nikki Glazer, fucking Jason Biggs. My wife was in it. Like, and Tom had her, and he knows she's one of my favorite porn stars, and so the payoff was to watch me hear her eat his ass.
I feel like do you think you could watch porn with Tom in it and get off?
No, I could not get off.
What if it's like? What if
specials, are you kidding me?
Like I've always said, I'll watch literally anybody fuck. If a sex tape of anyone comes out, I'll watch it. The difference is whether you're, into it and getting off on it. And that's where you draw the line. I think I could get off on your porn.
I was just gonna say I think I could get off on yours.
I think it depends on what's going on, but I think I could get the job done. Get the job done,
bro. I could get off to this fucking interview right now. I can fucking get going.
I also got to applaud you when you did your King and the Sting appearance. Like I said earlier, we do our show with crazy hypotheticals and weird scenarios, and I feel like we always think of every angle. You thinking that you were going to befriend the chimpanzee and trick him and then stab him in front of all of America is some weird, dark shit, Bert Kreischer. That was fucking wacky. And you had the audience, oh no, he's your friend, don't do it.
And then the second one, the next month, I just come in and they're like, "Fuck, we know how this is gonna happen." And I got a bunch of bananas. I'm like, give a little whiskey.
It's incredible, man.
I gotta tell you, I love your 1 minute mans.
Thank you, bro.
News feed. That's how I get my information. And what's so crazy is like I don't have the balls you have because you take stances like you go, here's my angle. And I am not that guy. Like that Simone Biles thing, I did not like. I had 5 different angles before I came to like, and then finally I was like, "Fuck it, I don't give a shit."
No, I mean I definitely take the heat. I've been doing that my whole career, so I'm kind of bulletproof to that. But like Simone was a good example where in the beginning of the week I was like defending her, and then she kind of came back, and I was like, well, now I feel like a fucking asshole, Simone. You really screwed me on this one. But I'll throw it out there.
Like her aunt died, and then I was like. I made a. We're doing Go Big show in Macon, Georgia, right now, and I did I made a Simone Biles joke, and I said something about Mary Lou Retton, and everyone groaned, and I was like, oh, what? Never mind. And I was like, thank God I didn't try that on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, I'll let it fly sometimes and catch some heat, but I can't decide whether it's a good thing. It's a good thing for me, but is it a good thing for society that a lot of people tell me I'm getting my news from you, and I'm like, well, fuck. I mean, I don't even do a lot of research, man. I don't even know if this is right or wrong.
I do that's fucking funny, but I'll see that, and then that's my insight for the day, and then I'll end up parroting something you said in a conversation with someone and be like, oh yeah, like what was the one you posted this week? The most recent one.
Oh, this one I did. What did I do recently? It goes right in and out one ear. I did the OnlyFans thing. I did let's see, the Spider-Man thing. I did Drake and Kanye. I did.
I saw Spider-Man. But I didn't know what I didn't like. I'm not into the Marvel universe very much. Mm-hmm. So I started the Spider-Man one, and then where it stops, and then I was like, I don't fucking care about it. When he died in spoiler alert, when he died in the in the one with all the guys in it.
Yeah.
I saw it with my daughters, and when he was like, says to like Robert Downey Jr. like, hey man.
Oh,
come
brutal.
on. I started bawling.
I
And
know,
my
man.
daughter-
That was
my daughter
tough.
Like, are you fucking crying?
Bro,
you guys hate toxic masculinity. This is the opposite of it.
I have heard people say that like they're not into Marvel and all that. I don't think I've ever seen someone so disconnected that they don't know the Avengers.
Yeah, you said the one with all of them.
The one with all of them. You
Like,
really
I don't know,
don't give a shit.
is the in Eternals, is that part of Marvel?
Yeah, that's Marvel. That's coming out too. That looked pretty cool.
My daughters are into Marvel, and I go to them, but I don't. I had a joke about it on my last special, but like I'm not. I don't. Not enough.
Nah, you're not a. You know what? One I did do this week was on the Milk Crate Challenge, which I think.
Oh my god!
If Bert the Machine Kreischer does the Milk Crate Challenge, you are breaking the fucking internet. You're breaking your back, but you're also breaking the internet, man.
No, I bet he'd fucking do it. Mickey Mantle.
He can do it. The Mickey, you probably could. If you in a Speedo, like with the fucking Tito's and soda in your hand, I bet you're running up and down that thing, no problem.
I would be hard to pull away from that thing. Like if I was around a Milk Crate Challenge, I have that brain where I go, I bet I could do this.
Yeah.
I remember one time we were in high school and it was like wet out where we were drinking, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I could ski behind this truck. And so we put a ski rope on the truck, and I skied in topsiders behind a truck. And I remember, I mean, like this doesn't even sound real, but I remember doing a barefooting backspin back up to my feet on grass, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" I mean, dude, I have.
Is that a real story or one of your Bert Kreischer stories that you created in your
End
head?
of the island. We were at the end of the island. Dude, end of the island. I have a weird thing about stuff like that where I go, I gotta try it. I gotta try it.
Mm-hmm. I think
and
it's a weird thing where. I don't know. It feels like mind over matter to me on the Milk Crate Challenge in some of them. But when the people start wobbling and you know they're fucked, it is just gold every time.
What, did you see the one where the dude kicked it out from him?
Yes. That guy should go to jail, man. That's fucking dangerous.
That's assault. That's
Yeah.
assault.
Yeah.
And how did they not kick it out from the cop when the cop tried?
I know. They should have taken him. The best part, too, is not even just the guys doing it. The commentary of the guys filming. It's 10 out of 10. Black Twitter is undefeated. They are so fucking funny. It's lonely at the top, man. It's lonely at the top up there when they're wobbling. Oh, it's great.
And then ones where they're singing, "I believe I can fly."
It's amazing.
Man, I'm telling you, when I saw the first one, I was like, this is going fucking viral.
Yeah.
And I went over, I was with T-Pain. I was like, have you seen the? And he was like, yes, I have.
Yo, you ever think too, like, when I watch those videos and I'm laughing, you ever think about just how many funny fucking people are out there that aren't professional? You know, they're not comics, they're not podcasters, but, you know, they're UPS delivery man or some shit, but they're probably the funniest fucking person you've ever met. And I see these guys on the internet, I'm like, there are so many people out there who are so much funnier than some of even the pros that do it. It's incredible.
And it's interesting because they're not people that pick up podcasting. Like, it's so often that people that pick up podcasting that goes, yeah, I got a podcast. You listen to it, and it's so painful. Where you're like, I think you just want to broadcast. I don't think comedy's your thing. The funniest fucking people, I mean, the dudes I went to high school with are still the funniest human beings alive. Where you're like, where they just find no humor in what I do, and they're like, yeah, okay. I mean, I've heard jokes. And I remember the hardest I've ever laughed. This guy, I won't say his last name, but this guy Jason was just jacked, and he came into lunch, and he was like, and just ripped all over, and he had small legs, and someone goes, Ty Rodriguez goes, hey man, how come your legs aren't as big as your top? And he goes, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. And Chili Willy, this guy Chili Willy goes, maybe you should start putting the needle in your ass. Just like the funny.
Yep. I've always said that. My friends, I think if you're a funny person, chances are your crew of friends are funny. And I was just kind of the one that started to put it on the internet and started to say it into a microphone. But a lot of my lingo and jokes and personality is all like an amalgam of all those guys. It's like
That's the exact word I was going to use.
it's an amalgam of the crew.
I'm
right?
the one who happens to work in media. I'm just a combination of all my friends.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys should be getting a cut of this. You're not gonna, but you should.
My buddy Eddie Fernandez is the single funniest individual that you've ever been, that anyone's ever been around. Everyone knows it. But the thing about Eddie was, you could do something to Eddie, and then Eddie would take it to the 10th degree and make it. We used to do this thing. Me and Eddie would do this thing to each other, that we would pretend to roofie each other's drinks. We would just. It was, I don't know. It was like we go, hey, yeah, can we get some waters? And they put them down, and he'd go, thanks. And I would look away, and he'd pretend to roofie my drink, and then the waitress would go, he just put something in your drink. And I remember one night Eddie did it to Anthony Clark, and I go, well, we only did it to each other,
right?
And then we're talking, and Eddie looks at me, winks, and he pretends to roofie Anthony Clark. Anthony Clark was the comic from Boston Common. He pretends to roofie his drink, and it's just for me and him, and I'm like, oh. And then I pretend to roofie Anthony Clark's drink, and we're just Anthony Clark, distracting him, pretending to roofie him until someone goes, "They're roofieing Anthony Clark! They're roofieing Anthony Clark!"
And does he do anything?
Anthony Clark, we told him the joke, and he loved it, and he started roofieing people. I took Segura to the. I mean, the inside jokes I had with this guy Eddie Fernandez it was all inside jokes. Anytime any chairs were set up in any assemblance ever, our joke was to walk through the center of them, yell for this guy, and go, "Hey, Bobby!" and knock as many chairs down as we could. Right? I took to the championship game that Jameis Winston played in, and Eddie was there. Eddie and my buddy Miles, and they're the funniest fucking humans. And Segura and I ate edibles and watched them. And we're like, dude, these guys are they're like, and by the way, you know the parts where we bite our tongue and don't say the unsavory thing? They don't do that at all. They're like,
yep.
Like, hey man, you can't cancel me. I sell medical devices.
Yo, so let me ask you this, because I think you're on a little bit of a tight schedule here today. You mentioned how things are going like so well for you and Tom, and they really are. I feel like you guys are in like such a prime position right now. What is your personal or Two Bears goal? Like, what do you think? Because I think like the sky is the fucking limit for you guys. Where like, if you want to write a movie, act in a movie, if you want to, I don't even know, is there something beyond, you know, what we're already used to? Because I feel like it's a open, like blank canvas for you guys.
I think, you know, it's funny you say that, because we're actually having that conversation now. Like, what do we want to do?
Does it feel like that? Does it feel like you can, like we're going to...
This guy's the limit. I feel like it's interesting. I never wanted to act. I had no interest in acting at all, ever in my career. When I was younger, I thought you'd become an actor, but then I did it, and I was like, I don't really like this. Like, it's just not. It wasn't as fun as comedy was, and it definitely wasn't as fun as podcasting was. I mean, podcasting. There are times I get done doing a Two Bears 1K where I do my Bertcast, and I'll walk out and I'll be vibrating like, God damn it, that was fucking good. That was really good. And acting never gave that to me. And then when I did The Machine, the first day we went in and we rewrote the first scene, and we did it, and I heard people laughing, and I was like, oh, cool. And by the end of The Machine, not just acting, but making a movie was the funnest thing I've ever done in my life, without a doubt. I enjoyed the process so much. And now, granted, I got to work with Legendary, and it's kind of like I know it's not sound right, but it's more of a mom and pop shop in that it's all there.
That makes sense.
So they're gonna give you the money, they're gonna make it.
Yeah.
And really quickly, I was like, I'm doing this. I called Tom. I'm like, I'm doing this again. We're doing this.
Yeah.
We're gonna make another movie.
Do you think though, like, could you make The Machine is about you and your story. Like, do you think you could make movies about, you know, totally fictional shit or things that weren't related to you, or will it be, you know, you and Tom
I can only had a meeting where we were like, yeah, this is what we want to do. This is what we're thinking. And then like, okay. And then one person just says something and goes, hey man, you know what I've always wondered is when this happens, how's that work? And then fucking, I can see Tom's eyes light up and my eyes light up, and we start writing the scene in the meeting, and everyone is doubled over laughing, and we're like, and immediately everyone's like, all right, we're doing this,
Yeah.
and that funness of it. And now Tom and I are like, you know, we talked the other day about it, and we're like, we got one thing, we got another thing, and I have ridiculous ideas that are sometimes absolutely horrible ideas. Like I have horrible ideas a lot, but every now and then one comes out where Tom's like, actually, that's not a bad idea.
That's why I honestly believe I think you're the best in the podcast game because you're not just like having a conversation. You'll always be like, okay, that's a good idea. Like, give me your top 5 this, or you always ask that next question, or would you rather, or a hypothetical, or you're an ideas guy that just like it's a numbers game. You spit out 10 of them in a podcast. One of them's gonna be a movie.
Let me tell you something. I'm an ideas guy. Like, and sometimes you get struck by ideas, and I often think my ideas come from mishearing things. I walked up to I'm doing the show with T-Pain, who is a Grammy award-winning artist, and Jennifer Nettles, who's a Grammy award-winning artist. And I said, hey, I want to write a song. I want to write a country song. And they're like, and T-Pain's like, have you ever written a song? And I was like, yeah, kind of. And he was like, no, I mean, do you know how hard it is to write a song? I said, nah, you just need a good title. And he was like, that's part of it. I said, a good hook. And I go, I'm going to write it, you make it, and then Jennifer will sing it. And Jennifer's like, what's the name of this song? And I go, it's called Mississippi Lickin'. And she goes, I like that. And I said, yeah. He goes, what's it about? And then T-Pain, his eyes are wide open. He goes, it's about eating ass. And I went, well, that or getting a spanking. And he goes, oh yeah, turn around and get your Mississippi licking. I'm gonna lick you up and down. And I go, yeah. And he goes, oh my God. And he stops and he goes, this is a fucking song. And he goes, someone go get guitars and get a keyboard. I'm making this song. We're gonna put out this song, Mississippi Lickin'. Bert, keep coming up with ideas. And then I'm like, I'm the best in town. I'm gonna lick you up and down. Like, I just started singing, and then, but it's like, and then T-Pain goes, what other songs do you thinking about? And I go, that's it. That was it.
I got one.
I won, man.
But you don't, though. You'll come up with another one. But in that moment, it's only Mississippi Lickin'.
I pitched so many ideas to Tom about different things we could do. And so often he's like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden you pitch one and he's like, that's it.
Yep.
And I think that's how I love having ideas. I love having ideas. And that's why I like comedy, you know?
Yeah. And I think what's funny is like your bad ideas become material on the podcast and the good ideas become business. So it's like all of it is worthwhile.
I mean, something's burning. We're walking through All Things Comedy when we were over at All Things Comedy. We were walking through there and Tom was like, did we see a kitchen in the production thing? And Tom goes, oh, you can do a cooking show here. And they're like, yeah. And Tom goes, you should do Something's Burning. And I was like, what's that? And he goes, remember that show idea you had that you pitched to Food Network? And I go, yeah. And he goes, shoot it here. And I went, oh yeah, let's do Something's Burning. And so sometimes you need just one grounded person. And that's why my wife sucks.
She shoots you down, right?
I give her so many fucking good ideas. And I'll be, what if I did this? What if I did this? It's like, I don't see it. You know what my idea was? This is my idea. So I'm kicking off this tour, Birdie Boy Relapse World Tour. Tickets are at bertbertbert.com. And I said, and I'm rapping and making, and then I've got my show in Red Rock September 8th. So it's roughly like a week and a half. And I said, fuck it. I'm going to buy an old car. I'm going to buy like a 72 Cadillac convertible, and I'm going to drive to my Red Rock show. And I'll put it on social media. I'm going to have my cameraman come down. We'll edit on the road, and we're going to stop at a bunch of the places that I'm performing, like Montgomery, New Orleans, Texas. I'm in like 4 places, Abilene. I'm in all these places in Texas. And I go, and then we're just going to make our way around the country. I'm going to hit up Nashville, go find Bussin' for the Boys. I'm going to do the 85 South guys in Atlanta. And I'm going to just drive across this country and get to that show at Red Rocks. And I go, by the time, and in my head, I was like, I think I had like 200 tickets to sell at Red Rocks. So I was like, I'll clean those up. They're already gone, but like, I was like, I'll clean those up, and I was like, that's how I'll start the tour. My wife's like, this is the dumbest idea ever. And I go, yeah, I can't tell you my idea. So I called Tom, and Tom goes, this is fucking great. This is a great idea. This is a great idea.
And you know what? If someone else pitched that idea to Leanne, she'd probably be down with it. But it's you, it's her husband. She's probably like, fuck this. This is stupid.
Let me tell you something. She hears, like I'll get obsessed with certain things like forks. I got obsessed with forks for a while, and I was like, man, but I go, these aren't working. Like this is stupid. Like there's only 4 prongs. Why aren't they wider? Why don't they have grippers? Like and she's like, just stop, just stop. You're not gonna read the fork. And I go, but why not? Why not?
Why not? I think I'd use a Bert Kreischer fork.
I said, we need bottles of water. We need canned goods. This is before the pandemic. I go, I'm buying all this feet from Butcher Box, podcast sponsor, right?
Yeah.
I buy a ton of meat. I fill our freezer with meat, right? Rogan gives me some elk. She's like, I have no room to put Otter Pops for the girls. And I was like, no, you need meat. The pandemic fucking hit, and I swear to God, she came in hat in hand. She was like, I make fun of you a lot, but God damn it, thank God I don't. Thank God we have your brain in this house.
Yeah.
Guns, we have hatchets, we have tasers, we've got. We were ready for the apocalypse.
I love it, man. It's unbelievable. All right, well, we'll let you go, but yeah, I mean, between the machine,
I can sit here and talk to you guys.
I know that's the thing. They're telling me only 30 minutes. I'm like, Jesus, I could go for 3 hours and 30 minutes.
We can talk for longer than 30 minutes. Fuck that.
All right, you tell me, man. We keep it moving. I'll go as long as you want to go.
My next thing is at 10:30 LA time.
So
what
that's
time is it now?
1:30. 1:30 our time. Yeah, let's keep it moving then.
Okay. Let's talk about great ideas. Let's
do it.
Ready? Let's talk about great ideas. I'm so glad this came up. So about 7 months ago, I don't know the exact dates. Someone can do the math. I'm on Two Bears One Cave with Tom, and I said we should start a sports management company.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, I don't get it, and all of a sudden, it comes. I'm like, this is brilliant. We are marketers. We have a platform. We can find our athletes, get them a fan base, sell them shirts, shirts for our athletes.
Mm-hmm.
And so he said, who do you want to sign? And so we signed a guy named the Handshake King, right? Cortez Lewis. Because I wanted a signature handshake. Me and Tom wanted a signature handshake. Now, I want to just point out, okay? This is before all these viral videos you see of guys doing their own handshake where they're, doing dance things. And this is also before Barstool became a sports management company. And I called my agents, I called my managers, I called my lawyers, I called my business manager. I said to Tom, we're starting this sports management team. We got Cortez Lewis, a Patreon, what's the page where you, Cameo page? And we said, for $50, if you want a handshake from the Handshake King, he'll make one for you and your boys. He made great money. We didn't charge him anything. So we were like, we don't need the money.
Yeah.
And Tom's like, this might really work. And then as what happens with me is, if I pitch to my agent's like, yeah, this is a horrible idea. This isn't like, you're not going to be, I don't know how you would do this. And all of a sudden, this is what's beautiful about Dave Portnoy's, the way he's set up. He just fucking gets on. He's like, fuck it. We're starting a management company.
Yep.
And you guys took off. And by the way, I know for a fact, no one heard me. That was you guys' own thing. That was Barstool's own thing. I'm not saying that.
No,
yeah. But what was amazing is I sent the fucking article, Barstool starts sports management, changes the fucking sports management landscape. This is a brand new territory. And I sent it to everyone. I was like, fuck you guys.
I remember.
7 months ago.
Yep.
7 months ago, looking to sign athletes. And then we got all the kids in high school wanted to fucking sign with us. And we're like, yeah, man, we can't sign children.
Give it a couple years. But that's why I asked what's next for you and Tom, because you guys are in a similar position that Dave and Barstool's in, where it's like, if you have the money and the budget and the resources, which everybody does now, you can just do whatever. Like, how about this for an idea? So they ended up undoing it today, but OnlyFans said they weren't going to allow sex anymore on their platform. And
they undid it today?
They undid it today. They like, there was enough backlash that they were like, never mind. You can. I think basically they said like the banks wanted them to change and say no more sex, and they were like, look what the reaction was. So they, for now at least, OnlyFans has changed their mind.
You can still throw anus on it.
I think you can still show asshole. Yeah, as long as you can still show asshole, you're good. But you know, the wheels are in motion that they want to get out of that world. I'm like, why don't we just start our own platform and have all the sex workers come over, and we'll just be the paywall to let the people have sex. And we don't, you know, you don't have to do it. It's a little bit, you know, a little unsavory to be in the porn game, but it's not, you know, it's just a platform. We're just giving you the app or the website, and the sex workers are welcome to come here and do whatever. And we don't need to sell it for $10 billion. We'll just generate $1 billion a year. We'll just be our own, you know, all we need is a new name for OnlyFans, Bert, and then we're the new platform. Done.
And from us to porn isn't really a leap. It's a small step.
We're one rung on the ladder above porn. So why don't we just do it for real? You know, we've been dancing around this for a while now.
Abella will come. We got Abella.
Asa, Abella.
Adriana
will come. No Face Girl.
Oh my God! If you just recruited the top porn stars,
that's what I'm saying. And we do. We have connections with all of them. And if they just came to our platform instead and they said, "Hey, porn stars, come over here," we won't even take that much of a percentage because it's more about the PR and building a big thing. You get a better percentage here. They let you do whatever you want. There's no restrictions, no blah blah blah. We'll make sure it's safe.
And if you ever need a dick, I'll do it for free.
We'll be the stunt dick. Yeah. You can fuck it. Yeah. Then you tell Leanne that you're just promoting the new app platform with the strap-ons, and there you go. Bingo, bango, bongo.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've tried so many times different things with porn with Leanne, where she, like, I said one time, I was like, hey, I want to do a sex tape where we're gonna get our faces face swapped, but we're gonna have like hot people fucking, and then I want it to get out. And she was like, I'm not doing that. And I go, it's not you, Leanne. And she goes, yeah, but it's my face. But I go, it's not really you. Like, it's not you. And I was like, and by the way, I can just say that to my fans, and they're gonna face swap a porn anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. So just like, we might as well do it. Yeah,
we might as well get in front of it. Dude, it's funny because the thing about having having good ideas is you have 10 really, really bad ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like and what happens is so many people hear your bad ideas that they think all you have is bad ideas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, like, very candidly, I remember talking to a number of famous comics when I decided to do drive-in movie theaters, and they were like, "This is a horrible idea. This is a horrible idea." Fucking Tom Segura said, "This is so you.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great idea." My managers and agents are like, "It's not, doesn't exist," and they're like, "I think we can find some EDM producers that can put it together,
mm-hmm.
and let's see if we can do it." And then you do it, and then all of a sudden it becomes the norm, and you know, and you're like, and then now it's like you're seeing outdoor shows. Comics are very cool playing amphitheaters.
Mm-hmm.
Sebastian just played at this place called the Shell or something in San Diego. That is maybe one of the prettiest places I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's very acceptable. And everyone and there's a pivot so that if we go back into some fucking crazy lockdown in 2 months, every comic will be like, we'll just do stand-up shows at drive-ins.
Yep.
But you have so many bad ideas.
But you know what's important about that too is that Tom was right in saying that it's so you. Like certain comics, if they're like a big city act and they dress nice and they're, you know, I don't know, like Sebastian's not a drive-in guy. You know, you are a drive-in guy. It kind of fits with your people, and then you do it first. You blaze that trail. Now everybody can follow. But making it like your thing first is so important. And yeah, like the amount of people who say no in this world is crazy, because we've seen that if you just dance on TikTok, you can become famous, or if you eat food on TikTok, you become famous, or if you like, there's a niche, there's a market for everything. So say yes to shit.
Dude, that's so funny because, you know, I think Barstool is kind of a safe haven. This is going to sound like an insult, but it's a good thing. It's a safe haven for bad ideas.
Yeah.
So then all the bad ideas, you find the good ones, and you guys, the good ones rise to the top.
That's exactly what we do.
But it's like a safe place to come up with ideas and be creative and it's funny because I wonder, the same way we talk about our friends that are funny, I wonder if like the people that we know, that how many people are geniuses out there, like inventors, but they've gotten shit on for their ideas, and it becomes so rote that whenever you come, like, I came up with this idea with our friends. We have this group called the Campers, and we're like, I talk about them in my specials, but we're real close, 4 families. And one December, I was home for the whole month of December, and I said, hey, let's do the 12 Nights of Christmas. And they're like, what's that? And I go, we're going to party for 12 nights in Christmas. Like, party 12 nights of Christmas. And we'll map it out, and those will be our nights. And it'll be a fucking blast. And they're like, this is the dumbest idea you've ever had. And I go, let's just see if we can do it. Tonight's the first night of Christmas. And so then all the moms started going like, oh, we should do one thing and learn about the Jewish, do a dreidel thing. We should do a cookie thing. And we should do that. And all of a sudden, every fucking Christmas, we get a text in November. Are we doing 12 Nights Christmas? Are we doing 12 Nights Christmas? And then we turned it into the 12 Nights of Kama Sutra one month.
Now we're cooking.
And you've never seen women want to fuck more because they're like, and I mean, Leanne would come in the bedroom and go, hey, we got to bang this position out. We got sloppy last night. I mean,
now it's a challenge. Now it's a game. Let's go.
Yeah. And my daughters, for whatever reason, the only connection I have a lot of connections with my daughters, but one of the things that I'm really proudest of is whenever they have new friends over, they would go, hey, Dad, can you come in the backyard and make up a game? And I go, yeah, sure. And I would come up with games. I would make up a game for them because my brain isn't very like grown up.
Right.
So like I could come up with games very, very easily. And dude, it is the funnest feeling like to see like, and they don't do it now, they're older, but like a bunch of little kids come in, they're all in their bathing suits and they come into the kitchen and the mom's like, do you need something? And all the kids are like, hey, Bert, can you come out and make up a game for us? And then, and just to watch it. I remember one time we went to drop the kids off and I saw a family house had like one of those big blow up things. I go, what do those cost? And Leanne goes, I don't know, I think they're expensive as shit. I go, that's no behavior. That's no behavior.
Right.
I bet it's not. And I look to rent one's like $150, $200. And I go, all right, I'm going to get one and I'm going to have it at the house, a water slide one. I'm going to have it for the house for when the girls come home. And she was like, well, why? And I go, because it's $200 fucking bucks.
Because it's awesome.
It'll be the best day they've ever had in their life.
Yes.
The girls come home and they're like, oh my God. And I was like, and then I go, who put this here? And they're like, you don't know who put this here? I go, we should use it before they get it out of here, huh? And they're like, quick, get your bathing suits on.
I love it, man.
I like that phrase, no behavior.
Yeah,
like
well, we want yes behavior. None of that no behavior. Nowadays, it's all yes.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that's part of like, I don't know. That's what I love about, that's what I love about when you talk about what are me and Tom doing is that Tom's not a no guy. He just isn't.
Right.
He's a calculated guy. Like he's not an idiot. And he's not going to spew off horrific ideas to you.
No, but he knows the one. You spew off the 10 crazy ideas, and the one that hits Tom's brain, and he's like, okay, we have the budget and the resources and then this and that. And then that's why it's the perfect combo, and that's all it takes, man.
Yeah.
And we do the 12 days of Kama Sutra to kick off the first 12 days of our OnlyFans app.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the whole world, everybody fucking like the porn stars. Come on.
If that like certain things, it's like community thinking. Like if Barstool said, hey guys, this November, we want to raise awareness for sex. We're going to do the 12 nights of Kama Sutra and put it out there in the universe. And then all the fans, because there's so many women fans of Barstool too, that would be like, we're fucking this month. And you know how many people would be just happy? It might change the fucking world.
Yes. Because you know what that does? That gives the guy who hasn't gotten laid by his wife in 6 months a reason to say, like, hey, can we fuck tonight? And it doesn't make it pathetic. You're not scheduling your sex night. It's just like, hey, there's this thing. Take a look. And then everybody's fucking and everybody's happy. And next thing you know, like, murder rates are down. I'm telling you, save the fucking world, Bert. How about...
By the way, the smartest guy in the world right now is the guy with the milk crates.
Oh... I mean, there is people were saying they're going to start selling Supreme crates and Christian Dior crates and all that. I mean, where the fuck did all these goddamn milk crates come from?
Well, I'll tell you. I asked T-Pain about it.
Uh-huh.
I said, because I said it just seems to be like black people doing it. And he goes, yeah. He goes, you have any milk crates at your house? I said, no. He goes, every black family's got a few milk crates. And I said, really? And he was like, oh yeah. He was like, milk crates, like. We definitely had about 10 milk crates at our house. And I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a milk crate. Like, I mean, maybe near a trash can. And he was like, no. Milk crates are valuable. Like, you don't get rid of milk crates. And I was like, oh, so this is like one of these things that just culturally, it's like, I remember one time I had a shitty joke about they don't make black baby powder, right? Like How racist is that? When a white guy gets a rash, he puts it on and it disappears. When a black guy gets a rash, he's got to ghost ride the whip. And I was like, they should make different shades of black baby powder, like call it Magic Johnson and Johnson. And then I think it was Warren Sapp was like, hey, they don't make it because we don't need it. And I was like, what? He's like, our problem isn't with moisture. Our problem is retaining
dryness.
moisture.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
And he was like, yeah, he goes, every time I hug a white guy, I feel like I'm hugging a dolphin. And you're like, oh, like it's so much fun when you're like, oh.
Yeah, the cultural shit. Speaking of,
we don't have one milk crate at our house. You know what we have? We have the very expensive stackable crates where you can stack them. Like, when you think about it, my wife goes to like IKEA and buys crates that can collapse and put away nicely. And like,
nope, that's not it.
T-Pain is worth $50 million. He's like, I got 10 milk crates at my house.
I actually did a 1 Minute Man that I didn't release because the joke running through the internet was that that milk crates are the new crack, that the government is seeding these places in the hood with milk crates. And there was the joke that it was crack, and that there was the joke that it's so that they get hurt, go to the hospital, and get the vaccine as well. And so I did this video where I had a tinfoil hat on, and I did my conspiracy theory, and then we sent it over to the powers that be, and they were like, yeah, we can't publish this. And I was like, yeah, I probably didn't think that one through, but it's fucking funny.
I hate these anti-vaxxers right now because they're gotten in my head. Like now they're talking about the Johnson & Johnson booster.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, man. I rolled the dice once. I turned out okay. I don't know if I need this booster. Like I'm like, shut the fuck up. Will you guys stop talking? I don't need your ideas.
Yeah. That's the last thing you want.
That's no behavior, Bert. That's no behavior from you.
That's so. Yeah, let me tell you something. I've been in direct contact with a bunch of people that have coronavirus, and I did the Borgata. Did the Borgata, 10,000 people, and partied every fucking night.
Bro,
I don't know if we should put that out.
I was just at fucking SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I was at SummerSlam with 70.
That's a fucking super spreader.
Yeah, man.
70,000 people.
Las Vegas wrestling fans all in one spot. Holy shit. That's the super spreader of super spreaders. Fuck.
I was at Walmart in Macon, Georgia. That's a super spreader.
That's our Wuhan. What is the are you at the point, like, are you doing arenas? You said you did 10,000 people in Vegas. Are you at a point where you can do like Madison Square Garden if you come to New York?
No. Madison Square Garden's like 20,000 people. I am doing Madison Square Garden, but I'm doing the theater.
Yeah, but I mean, no. Is it that? I mean, I guess I wouldn't know, but like if you told me you were doing the Garden, I don't think that's that crazy, is it?
No, Red Rock. I can do 10,000, I think, and I think that's like you do, like Red Rocks is 10,000.
Yeah, those are big. You don't think if it was like Two Bears, One Cave, you and Tom, double bill, one night in New York?
It's interesting. We don't. Oddly enough, we don't double our tickets when we do it together.
Well, I guess that makes sense because it's a lot of overlap, right?
It's a lot of overlap, and that we do oddly enough have separate fan bases. Like there is an overlap of Two Bears, One Caves fans, but Tom's actual fan base is I would say bigger than mine because Tom's doing arenas right now. Like he's doing a couple arenas. I'm doing a couple. I'm doing like in Cleveland. I'm doing an arena. Red Rocks is I guess 10,000, which is considered.
Yeah.
That we did 10,000 and 10,000 is like the threshold I think roughly.
It's a monster number, man. That is so fucking crazy. 10,000.
Oh, it's hard to wrap your head around because you start thinking of the days when you were like selling. I remember my threshold. My thing was if I could move 1,500 tickets in a weekend.
Yeah.
Like I was like
multiple shows and you're happy.
First of all, you're a millionaire. If you can move 1,500 tickets in a weekend, you're a millionaire. You can be a millionaire. No, you gotta work every weekend and you got to have $30 tickets and you got to have a good deal, but you can be a millionaire. And then to think, Netflix was the fucking game changer. Yeah. I mean, you do one Netflix special, all of a sudden you're doing theaters, and then you're like, whoa. And then you do a second Netflix special or a series like The Cabin, and then you're like, holy shit. Yeah. And it's hard to wrap your head around it because it can like But I also, this is gonna sound weird, but I also enjoy marketing. So I enjoy.
You're the best.
Like I remember adding for Hey Big Boy, I added 2 more shows. I wanted to record 2 more shows, and they're like, you've already sold like 5,000 tickets, so you're gonna have to sell like another 3,000 tickets to do that. And I was like, I can do that. And in my head, I was like, I can do that because it isn't, the fans are there. You just need to let them know that you're there.
Yeah.
Every comic complains that people text them, when are you coming to Boston? He's like, I was just in Boston. Well, then that's your fault.
Yeah,
You're
you
the
didn't
one
do a
that's
good enough
fucking
job. Right.
Your fan.
Right.
Yeah. And don't blame your fan for not signing up for your fucking stupid mailing list. Just fucking do the work. Always have your dates on your head. Whenever a video happens, whenever you got a moment where it's a beautiful sunset or a cool thing, you don't need to put production value like I do. I put production value into it because I want it to stand out a little bit. I'll hire a marching band. I'll hire some dancers. I'll learn how to dance. But like, just when you see a beautiful spot, grab your phone, just say it, and be cool with saying it a lot. Because I'll tell you right now, like, if Chappelle and Rogan, right? Like, there's a show I'd like to see. Chappelle and Rogan were coming to Macon, Georgia. I would hope that they would post it 10 times in the event that I would see it once. Because I'm not on my phone all the time, and I may not see it, and it's something I want to see. Wilco's a perfect example. I actually am mad at Wilco and Jeff Tweedy because they don't promote enough. And they don't need to because their shows sell out. But I say to them, not that they should do bigger venues, but like, hey man, how about the Hollywood Bowl instead of the Greek? How about the Hollywood Bowl? And how about a little bit of promotion so that I know that I'm not going to miss it because I really want to see you. So then I remember flipping that and going, okay, I bet there's someone, hopefully, that likes me as much as I like Wilco. And if they do, and they're a regular person, not like my fans are regular people where they're not on social media all day long. A lot of them don't have fucking Instagram. They're not on Twitter. They're just regular people. Well, you need to get word of mouth out so that at work, someone's like, who is on Twitter is like, hey, you're a fan of Bert, right? You just, and because the people, they want to see you perform. They do. I know I want to see my favorite acts. You just got to get the word out. And
the way when you add the production value to it, it's like, yeah, if your Instagram feed is just constantly promo, it's annoying. But if it's a marching band or you're fucking jumping in the pool or whatever you're doing, now I want to watch that promotion, even though I know it already. Now you've made it a piece of content.
That's a hard thing to get to do, though.
To get through that, like to break through that,
that meant I'm still not very good at that. With we just announced a live show at Caroline's with not quite MSG,
not 10,000 people, but you know.
And I think I've tweeted it once and posted it once, and I have to keep doing it.
Gotta hammer it.
But I'm annoying people, and
no.
That's important to hear that way.
This is the other thing about videos, and I think that a lot of people get in the ways. Start the camera rolling, like right when you're done. Start the camera rolling. Give your camera to someone. And start doing a promo, and you'll do one, and then you go, hold on. We should, what if we did this? And once you start the camera rolling, you'll come up with an idea. That is the number. So, for instance, Rosario Dawson was telling me secrets about Star Wars, right? About her new thing, which is, I think a lot of people want to hear about. And she was like talking about things. I can't say any of it because but she was talking about it, and I just thought to myself, how great would it be if I just recorded all of this and then was like, hey guys, Red Rock, September 8th.
Yep.
So then I go, hey Rosario, can we do something? Can you start to tell me what you were just saying? And then I'm going to cut you off. And then I'm going to swing the camera around and go, hey guys, Birdie Boy World Tour kicks off at Red Rocks. And she goes, yeah, I'll do that. And then she looks at me, she's like, are you always thinking of this shit? I was like,
yeah, man.
Yeah,
the wheels always spinning.
And so she starts to do it, and then I swing the camera around, and so many Star Wars fans that are friends of mine hit me up, and they're like, you're such an asshole. I know that she told you the real thing. Tell me what the real thing is.
How about,
yeah, it's like,
when do you watch yourself back, listen to your podcast, watch your own specials, and then are you one of those people like I don't ever like to listen to my own shit. I try to force myself to get better, but I really hate to see my own videos or watch my own shit back. So then I have trouble putting out a promo clip or a video because I'm like, I don't think that was that funny, nah, that wasn't that good, but it probably was, and I'm probably just being my own worst critic.
No, I love watching promos. I can. But I for every time I've ever done a promo, the first take I do is always the best one. Every time.
When it's natural.
We do them as kind of a waste of time. The dancing video, we did that once, and it was just the first take.
Really?
And then we did some other dancing stuff, but that first take was the one we used. And then with the marching band, the one we used was the first take. It just is always the best. And but I enjoy watching them, and I enjoy kind of like putting a little bit of a thumbprint on them. Like right now, my new thing is if you can give something short and powerful and then a video clip, then that can overtake the 1 minute promo that I'm used to doing. So and then they go in stories, and then they're a little shorter and quicker. And so that's what I'm trying to do, more of those, because a picture I kind of swipe by. I don't even read them, like in the stories.
Yeah.
And that stories is what sells tickets.
Right.
Stories, people swipe up. I swipe up. That's how I get my tickets. I bought fucking clothes off of stories.
Oh, I get got all the time on Instagram. Yep.
Dude, it's so easy. And so I try to think of a 15-second way to do something, and then scrolling dates, so that people get tickets. But dude, I'm telling you, if you guys did a live show in LA, and I didn't know about it, I'd be upset at you as a fan.
Right.
And it's upon you to take responsibility to let your fans know you're going to be there, because I want to be there. They want to be there. I mean, that anyone listening to this goes, that I'm certain there's not one person listening to this goes, Bert's wrong. Because as a fan of shit, I know I want to. I'm grateful when SoFi hits me up and they're like, hey, we have opportunities for season tickets that have changed now. Would you be interested in hearing that? I go, fuck yeah. I love.
Right. Let me know. Let me hear it. Yeah.
Tickets, when the Dodgers hit you up and go, hey, we have these. You're a fan of these seats? They're open. Like I want to do shit.
Honestly, I think that's. I don't know if people think that about you, because you're a fun time. You take your shirt off. You're the machine. You're a booze bag. All that. But you're probably on top of the business side of things. Maybe even better than you are on the creative side, which is saying a ton, because you're fucking brilliant with the creative side of it.
I get into, so like when we did the Machine movie, when we started to do the thing, they wanted to do a regular press announce, and I said, can I do it? And they're like, what do you mean? And I was like, I would like to be in charge of it. And I was like, I don't mean any disrespect to anyone, but I think I'm pretty good at reaching my fans, and I think I'm pretty good at like coming up with ideas. Can I just do it? And they were like, yeah. And they're like, we'll give you a shot, but we're going to set up like a traditional press release. And I was like, okay, can we just do a video when we get to the airport? We're flying private. And I said, no, not often do people get to fly private. I go, I'm flying private with Mark Hamill. What I'll do is I'll do a fucking thing going, I'm getting ready to shoot the movie. I want to announce who's playing my dad. And they're like, how would you do that? And I go, I go, oh my God, it's my guy playing my dad. And I'll go, hey, Mark Hamill. And then he's just going to go, get on the fucking plane and walk past me. And they're like, yeah, we can do it. We did one take. We gave it to him. And then they hit me up and they're like, okay, so what other ideas do you have?
Yeah, like, now we're cooking.
It worked well because it put it on the internet. Every Star Wars fan's like, holy shit, I'm seeing Mark Hamill in a comedy? Are you fucking kidding me? I've been waiting my whole life for this. And then everyone's like, and Mark Hamill's funny in that fucking promo video. And it's like everything's set up nicely. And then the one I pitched and they are not cool with is I was like, no trailer. I was like, I don't want a trailer for the Machine. I don't want any trailer.
Wow, wouldn't that be cocky?
I don't want any. Well, it's not cocky. Here's my pitch. Ready? This is my pitch. The greatest movies you've ever seen, you knew nothing about, right? From your childhood. I remember seeing Footloose. I'm getting chill bumps. I'm in the car with Eric Knuppel, and he says, I said, so what's this movie about? He goes, dancing. And I go, what? And he was like, dance. We're like 5th grade. He goes, dancing. These kids can't dance. They go out of town so they can dance. And I was like, maybe should have told you more about me. And I walked out of Footloose like, a Footloose. Karate Kid, dude. Karate Kid. I didn't see the trailer for Karate Kid.
Right.
I walked into Karate Kid, watched Karate Kid, and I was crying. When he goes into the fucking crow's pose or whatever, I am crying. I walked out and I was like, I'm fucking taking karate.
Yep.
I said, listen, in my opinion, I think, I'm not talking about this movie. I don't say anything about it, but I do think it's a movie that will surprise people. I don't think it's what they expect, and I think in the best way possible. But I don't want anyone to know.
Yeah, but wait, doesn't this fly in the face of everything you just said?
Yeah,
about reaching everybody you possibly can and letting them know?
Oh, I'll do promos for it,
but just not a trailer. Yeah. Okay.
I don't want a trailer. I don't want anyone to see the product.
Got it. Okay.
I want people to go in and go, I don't know what I'm about to watch.
That's pretty fucking. And then you know what? Like then people are gonna write articles and shit about like Bert Kreischer's doing no trailers for this. That's almost the trailer is that there's no trailer. That's pretty cool.
I sat with Legendary and I was like, I don't want to do a trailer. And they're like, all right, that's definitely not gonna happen. We're definitely doing a trailer.
I was gonna say, are you gonna lose that battle?
They're like, oh, I'm definitely gonna lose that.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I said, I'm planting the seed. I know you're saying no right now, but I'm planting the seed for alternative ways to do a trailer. I want to think of an alternative way to do the trailer. And Peter Atencio is my director, and he goes, oh, I know, I like this. I like this. And he was like, I'll tell you what. Let's see if we can play with this. Because I go, because you give it to a creative person or a person that sees yeses, and he's like, what if we do a trailer, no picture, it's just all audio? And I'm like,
Sure.
oh, yes.
Sure. Now we're cooking. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and he goes, what if we just did this? So people thought it was this, came in, and then you go, that's what I love when you hang out with brilliant people. And dude, the fucking Kale, Mary, Herb, to every Peter, everyone at Legendary is like one of those people that thinks out of the fucking box. And you go, and I was like, yeah, and then we'll end up having a fucking trailer, and then you'll see the trailer, and you're like, oh, looks good. I'm gonna go see it. I just gotta support Bert, but I want you to come out of the movie and go, oh, I gotta call Bert, like right. That's how I want you to feel. Luckily, my number's been doxed, so anyone can get that.
Listen, I'm sure it will be that way because, you've amassed this fan base that's fucking incredible. So, well, we'll let you get to it. But, you got the machine coming. Is there like a date for that? Do we even know yet or no? No. So the machine coming, later. We got
right now. I go back and look at. I just got calls last night about, hey, can we talk for a sec? And I was like,
oh fuck.
If I go back and look at the edit on when I come home.
All right, so we got the machine later. We got Go Big Show. The Birdie Boy Relapse Tour is back on. 2 Bears, 1 Cave. I mean, you're the hardest working man out there.
Literally everything.
Yeah, you are everywhere, brother. So congrats and.
I'm still an alcoholic. I'm still drinking. Look at the wine sitting in my fucking.
I love it.
I saw it.
All right, brother. Thanks for the time, man.
Hey, I love you guys. Thank you very much.
Man, I love you too. Gotta return the love.
All right, big shout out to Bert. Great dick on that guy.
Great dick.
Great hog on him. And I really think if we partner up with the 2 Bears guys and start a sex platform, I think we'll take over the goddamn world. So let's just everyone keep that in their back pocket. We're gonna start up a sex platform. And really, at the end of the day, like true dead ass yes or no, is it cheating to fuck a girl with a strap on?
Do you kiss?
No, let's say it's just penetration with a strap on.
My opinion is going to be different than what others have. But it's no.
It's so absolutely cheating.
It's so
imagine if it was just like, yeah, honey, I just blasted her with a dildo. I just fucked her with a vibrator. It's not cheating.
Yeah, I mean, if you can smell pussy, it's probably cheating.
Oh, that's a fucking line and a half. If you can smell pussy, it's cheating. I hope you girls are using your summer's eve. You walk in the room with the wrong girl, and all of a sudden you're just cheating. All right, let's talk to Chef Donny about Rough and Rowdy with apparently the hottest guy in the whole fucking world. Yeah, all right, we got Chef Donny in here. He is about to fight in Rough and Rowdy versus this dude QCP, who, according to the gay community at Barstool Sports, is super fucking hot. So I say we just have a suck your dick match. Loser's got to suck Pat's dick. How does it make you feel that we got coworkers here?
Donny did not look into that.
Dude, it was stuck. Like,
I don't know,
the first
man.
thing Pat says to me is like, "Oh my God, he's beautiful. He's gorgeous."
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, whose side are you on?
Yeah, it feels like the coworkers are
Like, I'm on
siding
your
with this sexy boy toy.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
I mean, they can say that they're on your side. If you're talking all about how hot this fucking guy is, you want him to win. You want QCP to win. Yeah.
Damn, that's all right.
No, I'm not saying you don't like Donny. I'm saying you like QCP better.
More motivation. That's fine. That's fine.
Same reason I root for Tom Brady. Like,
Yeah.
look, he's fucking gorgeous, man. I want pretty people to thrive.
Chef Donny's no fucking slouch himself.
I
you know?
know.
So this is like a pretty boy showdown
hot
right
guy
here.
match, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but it'll be something.
No, Chef Donny has this thing going for him where he's like young and good looking, but he's also like a wild dude. You know what I mean? When are you single?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, I mean when you're doing like die trying type shit, girls have got to like that, right?
I assume.
Like how quickly when you're like hitting on a chick at a bar, or I guess it doesn't even happen anymore. If you're talking to them on dating apps or whatever, are you saying like I jump out of planes?
I try
climb?
not to bring it up.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel like I worked that
don't.
in like in 5
No,
minutes.
it's
I'd be
like,
like,
you
I
see
want a
my-
fucking demolition derby race. I jump out of planes. I climb buildings.
Well, if they ask what I do, and then it gets into like the diatribe or the shows,
Yeah.
it'll come out. But if they go on Instagram and then you see like knife toss will be on there or the skydiving stuff, it comes out like people,
Knife toss?
People see it.
Bro, I think honestly, and this is saying a lot in this room, I think you want to die the most.
Yeah.
I think out of everyone in this room,
Yeah,
I think
no.
you are the one who wants to die the most.
You got a death
the knife,
wish, bro.
The knife throw was the craziest thing you
I
did.
actually.
Knife toss.
I don't think knife toss is that crazy. Like, I'm surprised that I could see your friends doing that. If you guys were like whipping it at each other, that'd be one thing.
Yeah, no, it's.
But like, I think we could do a little knife toss around here.
But you like I've seen one where like it was like you were inside and it was like off a balcony.
Oh, through the window.
That's all.
It gets to a level where like if we're too drunk where it just gets out, it does get out of hand.
Maybe not when you're drinking. That's a bad idea.
Well, that's the only time it happed.
We don't do knife toss sober, dude. What's the Barstool? What's the Barstool like rep in general these days when you're single? Like I feel like
people know it is. Yeah, it's good.
Is it
Now-
good or is it like you're a douche sort of thing?
No, I think we have Barstool. So we have such a big umbrella now that people are like, oh no way, like BFFs, and they know the subcategories.
Yeah, I
more
mean
than-
that doesn't surprise me. Usually it plays well, but I wondered if we almost reach a point where like all of Jackie's friends think that we're incredible douchebags. You know?
Right.
And
There's
I'm like,
just-
I
there's
get it.
some of that,
I
but
get it.
it's-
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like
But
makes
then
sense.
it's the people that would judge you right away, and they don't give like it's like
right.
whatever.
Her friends are bitches. I know. Yeah.
That's not what I meant, Jackie.
So
the brown horse.
So
is that your friend group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you-
I thought it could have been your family or something.
So QCP. Is there beef, or you just wanted to fight, or like what? Like what happened?
I wanted to. So I've always wanted to be in Rough and Rowdy since I was Donny's intern in China. We had talked about doing like an amateur fight in China and I did that thing in Thailand where I fought for free booze. So I've always kind of liked the idea of fighting in Rough and Rowdy, and I told Devlin this. And then this TikToker came up. They're like, who would you fight? And I said, honestly, this kid pisses me off every time I see him on TikTok.
Oh, so you did pick it.
Well, he has
Okay.
his shirt off, so I said I would fight this kid. I've never met him. We've never had any personal interaction.
No, but
it
it
makes
wasn't.
easier.
It wasn't like I'll just fight whoever and they match you up. You said I want to beat this guy up.
Yeah, I would theoretically fight whoever just because the rush I've heard from fighting is second to none. You can't recreate it, and then it just helps that it's someone that I genuinely were like, this kid this would be more fun to fight someone that you don't actually respect or like.
Look, you're hit from the peanut gallery.
I don't. I mean, it's like tough to respect someone that the whole it's that whole influencer wave of I have my shirt off, like look how cool my life is, and it's all fake.
Yeah.
It's all like the fake muscles, the fake
and was
life.
he like you just called him out and he was like, all right, I'm down to fight?
Yeah, I called him out, and then behind the scenes, I think people told him, let him know, and then he's like, yeah, fuck it, I'll fight. So,
All right.
and then just went from there.
Does he have any sort of background that makes you nervous at all? Like, I mean, if I found out, if I was him and I agreed to fight Donny, and then I saw Donny's like Instagram, I'd be like, oh,
Well, this guy, I'll have to fight a fearless man?
yeah,
Fuck
like,
this.
oh, okay, the guy who like is an adrenaline junkie who fears nothing. Great.
Right, he has just the strength, like, but you see just the muscles.
It's kind of like popcorn muscles, though, right?
In a
It's like,
fight, that slows you down more.
Yeah.
That wears you out faster.
I mean, if there's
So-
one place that muscles do not matter, it's Rough and Rowdy.
Yeah.
I think we've seen that. You got to be strong, but like having like abs and biceps, I don't think.
Right.
Means shit,
No, it's
you
about
know?
who can take a punch and keep going and keep eating it.
The,
So, like
the,
I said earlier,
the endurance seems to be a big thing too.
the
It's like
endurance
a lot
too,
of people
but
get gassed.
Yeah, I think he'll have like decent cardio. But
I think people
don't know.
get gassed because of the adrenaline.
Yeah.
And I think if you are like, I've jumped out of fucking this, I've dealt fire here, knives there. Like as long as your adrenaline is lower, I think you actually stay.
I think that bodes well.
calmer.
Yeah. I think that helps.
I remember when I think like early on when the fight was announced. I think it was Donny Does who tweeted a screenshot of a text conversation. Or maybe it was Billy Football asking about your training, and you said you're not training. Was that true? Or was that a joke?
That was Billy Football texting Donny, thinking he was texting me. And
Donny, so Donny's like, I'm not training. What are you talking about?
With it. Yeah, Donny was on the beach, I think, with PFT in Jersey, and Donny was like, I'm just gonna like, let's see how much we can fuck with Billy. And Billy believed it, and to a point, he's like, dude, you gotta at least like come to the office and I'll spar with you so you can learn how to dodge punches. And Donny's like, dodge punches? Like, I don't fuck. Who needs to do that? And Billy believed the whole thing. And the day I came into the office the next day, he's like, dude, I'm serious, man. Like this, I don't
You've
want to.
got
I'm
it.
not doing this for me. I'm doing it for you. I don't want the light. And I'm like, what are you talking? I just came from the gym.
Are you doing? How are you training? Just
I was training hard. So I initially, when people asked, I said Billy's my trainer. That was a lie, just so QCP didn't see how hard I was actually going. I've been doing twice a day since I found out about the fight, sparring 3 to 5 times a week, like getting beat up, black eyes, bloody nose, really going all out, and with professional fighters too. So the camp I've been doing has been what I can consider the most I could have done in a month.
And what do they think about your offensive game?
They're impressed by with like realistically only having a month and like a week or two to train. They're very impressed by what I could like pick up. So
yeah, I feel like
that's short. I feel like most people who like do Rough and Rowdy
months,
know,
right? Like
know,
6 months.
I was gonna
yeah,
say 3.
it happened.
Like,
I would have liked realistically more time, and I think he had a little bit more leeway. But whatever, that doesn't it doesn't matter now.
I'm not even just saying it because he's a coworker, but I feel like I would bet on Donny on this one.
I appreciate that.
Like out of all the, Hank, Pat, Smitty. I mean, I feel like
Marty.
Yeah, I didn't know Marty at the time, so I didn't know what to think of him.
I was not rooting for Marty at the time.
Right now,
and I still.
I don't think that would always be a coin flip for me. I like both those guys, but knowing you, I feel like you're the most well equipped, like mentally. I mean, you're young and in shape, so probably physically, but mentally, I feel like all those other guys. I was like, I don't know if they have like if they're crazy enough. Donnie's crazy enough. Let me just condense everything I just said. Donnie's crazy, and so I think you need a little bit of crazy in Rough and Rowdy. So I'd be putting the money down on you.
Thank you. I appreciate
and what's the prize these days?
The prize, I think it's still 10 to win, and then so it's still we're fighting for money. It's
not bad.
It's not for nothing.
10K is pretty fucking nice, man.
Buy a lot of knives with $10,000.
Yeah, that's true. You can.
Yeah. What's your first purchase?
Not as many as you'd think, though, right? Knives are pretty.
Cutco's expensive, man.
Good knives are expensive. Yeah.
What's your first purchase with the money? Is it gonna be something for the kitchen?
Ski pass. No, I'm going to get some new skis for the winter.
All right, there we go. So and then die trying. What's the latest? I mean, I guess this is kind of an edition of die trying.
This is going to be a mini. We've been filming everything, and I'll film post and pre-fight, so it'll be like a miniature episode because it's still along the lines of die trying, and then I want to get right back after it as soon as I can after the fight.
Why don't you milk Crate Challenge?
I thought I wanted after the fight. We put off stuff because of the fight. I didn't want to get hurt before it, but I'll try that. I'm sure Billy would try that too.
Yeah, I was gonna say get the younger in shape guys up on those crates.
I don't want to do the milk crate challenge, but
try.
Again, I very, very much would like to be on the die trying episode. Preferably jumping out of a plane.
I was gonna say I feel like you need a passive die trying where it's just like this thing just happens. Right?
Yeah, Scott, it would be fun. I think next one I'm gonna do is bull riding, which will be episode 2.
Bull riding on the Gummit.
John wants to
Bro,
that.
I'm vetoing bull riding. I am vetoing that one. Bull riding is nuts. What about running with the bulls? Do that?
Yeah, I would too. I think that's more expensive with the travel and all that shit. So we gotta get off the ground first and hopefully get some more sponsors behind it to really bring it to the full level that I want to. But let's do a few things here and there. Kayaking, if you want to do some waterfalls, some of that shit is an option.
That one I might be into.
And then like luge and skeleton, the Olympic team. I'm gonna do that in Lake Placid. This
that one I definitely. I've done that.
You have?
Yeah.
Skeleton
in Lake Placid.
Really?
Luge. Yeah.
No.
Bobsled.
Bob's brother.
This is the one where you're head first. We're gonna go head first.
Skeleton's way different. You're on like a fucking rollerblade, basically.
I was a child. I was like a hockey tournament.
You hop in like a little it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
This thing is like you lay on a rollerblade and go like 200 miles an hour head first.
I know what it is.
Thing.
I just misremembered.
Yeah.
So
all right.
I'm excited for that. That's next.
All right, and so that's this Sunday Saturday's Rough and Rowdy.
Friday.
Friday. Okay, Friday night. So tomorrow after this is out. So Friday night, Rough and Rowdy, Chef Donny versus little bitch boy QCP, who everybody's got a crush on. You're gonna go out on a date with this guy after Donny kicks his ass?
After I just walk out like fucking was it Brad Pitt or was it Ed Norton in Fight Club? When he beats up the hot dude, he goes, I just wanted to ruin something beautiful.
Yeah. You gotta drop that line on him. Drop that. That's gotta be your post game fight, post fight interview. I just wanted to ruin something beautiful.
That's a great one. Fuck.
You gotta call out Zach and Pat and be like, I just wanted to ruin something beautiful, you little pussies.
Yeah, no. Somehow Bryce Hall, because I called Bryce Hall out in the the initial one, he caught wind of it, and Mush's video that drops today. he goes, yeah, I'll fight that kid for like he was just all like on his high horse. Like, I'll fight Donny for free. So like maybe I'll fight Bryce Hall.
Bryce Hall keeps fighting, keeps losing. So I mean, more power to him.
Just to have him like saying that about me, I was like, this is funny either way. I don't care.
Dude, take that on next for sure, man. All right, good shit, bro. So good luck, and come talk to us after the fight.
Awesome, thanks guys, appreciate it.
Got it, man. Well, we meet again. This little dance that we do where you finish a video, you've made it all the way to the end, and yet you are not subscribed. Why? Why would you do that? Why would it's like watching a TV show and then wanting to like forget the channel that you just watched it on. It's like you like it. You know you've watched this whole fucking thing.
It's probably like a 6-hour video.
Just click subscribe.
Saver went on twice.
Just click subscribe and then you'll watch the video the next time it pops up. And we don't have to do this dog and pony show every fucking time. Click subscribe.
It costs you nothing.
Costs
you nothing.
$0.
Benefits
and makes
us
us
greatly.
money. And then everything gets better. Rising tides lifts all subscribers. Click the bell. The bell is a big one too. And then you comment, but just click the subscribe button for the love of God.